We
Um,
found out that the elf person was Pedriarch or working for Pedriarch, one of the two, right?
you think
Or
you
the
guys
half elf, whatever he
you guys are
was.
pretty sure that the elf is just like Pedriarch in disguise. So that kinda led you guys up to Azir because supposedly that's where he lives. Or at least like the disguise elf.
Like some business dude who came out of nowhere and is super wealthy, right?
Yeah, Cacklin. Um, where it's kind of like it's like he doesn't. There's not really like a clear um sign of like where his wealth came from. Like he doesn't have any like
Business or
obvious business fronts or anything like that. But he's very wealthy, and he lives in the capital of Azir, which is where you guys headed to. So you guys left Botasani. I can't remember. Were you actually? I think you might have not even been there actually last sessions at Urium, so that might be why none of this is ringing a bell.
that could be why I don't remember because d-
I think I think
I don't
you
know.
were there. But
I
see,
don't know.
you guys traveled on foot up to Azir over the course of a couple days. You guys actually met a dragon as well on the way up, who was like very curious about you guys because
Yeah, we did.
um and yeah, it was a brass dragon, and she'd said like, oh well, if I'll ask, like, you kind of she was like, "I hadn't heard about this dragon because you guys had mentioned it was like um, a really old, magma dragon who was trying to kill all the gods." Like, you kind of mentioned about that. She's like, "Well, I haven't heard about anything about that, but I'll ask around." Um, did say if you guys wanna, like, meet up in a monthly exchange information, but, um, that was
Sure.
kind of in the desert, like, south of Azir before you guys got there, like, kind of a day out from there. Um, so you guys kinda just got to, just got to Azir, and, that's kinda where you're at now, like, you guys can, how you guys wanna look into your lead, basically, which is, Cacklin, who presumably lives in Azir, and that is one of the things you mentioned as well, is, like, presumably there might be an election going on here as well, maybe he has his, um, hands involved in that. You could try to find his, like, residence. Um, you do wanna probably be careful because obviously confronting him directly is probably not the smartest, at this point, but, um, yeah. Am I, forgetting anything? I think that was pretty much it. It was a fairly short session last time.
Yeah.
I actually forgot the name of the inn you guys were staying at that I randomly generated, and I don't apparently didn't put it in my notes, or if I did, I didn't save them.
I don't remember a name.
How about the just in case?
Sure. Um, so yeah, it'd be kind of like, when you guys got here, it was like the evening of like August 13th, effectively, or whatever the Pathfinder equivalent of that month is. I don't remember off the top of my head for that either, but um, yeah, you guys, I think you guys basically would have checked in, and this would be like kind of the next morning. Um,
Okay.
I think we should try and get more information about this Cacklin fella, and is if see if there's any like election or anything. What's the local news? What's going on right now in Azir?
okay,
So maybe a diplomacy to gather information from perhaps
sure.
patrons in the inn if there's anyone eating breakfast.
Okay,
Strike
that's
up.
a start.
Although I'm a bunny, so I may
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I could
have need
diplomacy
help.
too. I think that's kind of like our only option for starting off, at least.
I will assist by looking like a cute bunny that's
And like,
very
none of
friendly.
us are particularly good at diplomacy.
I think actually the most diplomatic person in the party is Efoot.
I think so.
In terms of like actually rolling diplomacy, at least. I mean,
I
there's
don't know
probably
about diplomacy as her
In
strong foot.
my
Being likable might
maybe
be.
yeah, Vandir. I think Vandir might
it's whenever I'm in social, I'm the highest.
I know Efoot probably has like some circumstance penalties in the fact that in a lot of situations where being a goblin maybe and causes people to be prejudiced towards her, but
Yeah.
depending on where you're at.
Oh, it's a goblin. High society doesn't like me very much. I'm kind of surprised Shazra talks to me, but it's been rough.
Shazra's coming around, I think.
Just because he finds me as a useful tool.
Yeah, it is also fun to insult the goblin. Or to make crass and snide remarks.
I'm only 2'11".
That's just how he was.
You
Not
could
quite
probably just
3.
stop on me.
All right, so are you guys asking anything specific, or are you just kind of like what exactly are you guys' main points of inquiry? I guess when you're asking around if
For
this is
this new election?
that's that what you guys are asking about the current
Is
election that's
that
happening here?
isn't that what Zerdurium started?
I think so, but I'm just double checking.
That
Um,
was my intention. I am
okay,
a cute bunny. I'm not letting people know that I am more than a cute bunny. I'm just
okay, so
looking
you
cute.
hear that
Oh, food
the
here, BRB.
current.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll wait a minute.
Here, I'll gather information. I didn't roll it, but I'll do it.
Sure.
Eh, eh. We're not that likable here. Oh. Vander is.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
So
Did not realize pizza would be here that fast.
you guys would gather that the election here is not particularly close in this city. The incumbent is actually the current um like speaker of man. Like he's the current or speaker of the first law rather. He is the um and he's the one of the only ones in recent memory who's held that position for multiple terms. Um so he's almost certainly gonna like be the next representative again. And you get that from like multiple people probably would.
Sorry, who is this representative we're talking about?
So his name is Malduani.
Malduani. Okay, and we don't hear anything of Cacklin involved in the election or like running against him or anything like that.
Uh, Not when you're just asking for like general information. No.
Okay, that's the only direction I would guide the party into finding out about is about that person. And then the next thing I would maybe tell the party is perhaps we need to go to one of these political rallies if one exists, or maybe he just doesn't need to have it because he's just gonna win. So there is no political rally.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression that you get is that the at least in his year the um like there's some rallies for like some fringe candidates, but like there's not really as much of a race here as there was in Botasani.
Perhaps we need to go another avenue with our investigation.
Well, if you have any ideas of how we should do that, I'm open to hearing them.
I want to. Perhaps we can ask people if they know of this Cacklin person and like where they live or like what they do, what their business is. Again, being cute bunny, will assist, but I don't really want to go up to people and be like, "Hi, I'm a sentient bunny. Tell me what you know about
Well,
this elf who's super wealthy and powerful."
Listen, if you prove yourself to be an extremely intelligent bunny rabbit, you might be able to influence a bunch of people. They'll be like, did you hear what
Perhaps.
bunny rabbit believes? Oh my god. This is amazing. That rabbit's so smart. We should do what the rabbit does.
Uh,
Yeah, that's how
perhaps
intelligence
in my
works.
dreams.
Or the appearance of intelligence works. You don't actually have to be intelligent. You just have to appear intelligent to get people to follow you.
But not looking for that kind of attention
Oh, no?
in this new
Okay.
town yet.
Alright. It was an option.
Okay.
So perhaps we inquire further about Cacklin specifically?
Okay.
Do you want like a separate diplomacy or?
Sure. Separate diplomacy check for gather information about Cacklin.
Button. Oh,
It's a pretty good roll. So you actually do hear from somebody that um like most people here, especially because it's an inn, like a lot of people here aren't locals necessarily, um, or like they're people that are here, but maybe they're people that do business here frequently. Like some of them are people that travel in and out of it a lot. But um, there is somebody there that says like, "Oh yeah, I remember Cacklin. He uh, spoke when I went to law school here in his year."
uh, oh, what did he speak on?
Well, he spoke about some of the. Uh, it was in like a history lecture about the foundations of this country, talking about some of the stuff that happened during the great calamities that led to the formation of Rahadum, the
Uh,
Faith Wars.
wow. Oh, okay, that's big history stuff. So he's a historian then.
Yeah, he apparently like practically lived during then. I guess is what it seemed like. He's very old. He's an elf after all.
True.
I think he lives somewhere around here, but it's been a long time. And this is like a guy who looks like he's fairly older, but yeah, back when I went to school here in Azir, um, yeah, I met him once.
What school did you go to?
Um,
Is there like only
the
one?
yeah, I went to the most prestigious Azir University.
Okay, wonderful.
You met him as like what, a student, or was he
Yes, I
teaching?
was I was a student, and he was giving like a guest lecture there. I think he knew. I think he was friends with some of the professors, but I'm not 100% sure.
Hmm. Weird.
Cool. What an interesting fellow. I would like to meet him sometime.
But yeah, it seems like other than that, most people don't really. Maybe a few people, like there's maybe one or two other people that I'm like, yeah, I've heard of him, but they can't really tell you anything else.
Okay.
At least at the end.
This university can't be very prestigious. They don't just let people who are beggars off the street without the proper like educational certificates speak. At least, the academy in Cheliax wouldn't do that.
Unless you didn't graduate.
Well, he wasn't a nobody. He's very, from my understanding, he's very wealthy and educated himself.
Well, he could have the decency to at least buy his certification in that case.
Ooh, you can do that?
I mean, I was under the impression that he was a very large donor at the university too.
I mean, that's possible too, but yeah, usually they don't talk. Maybe get like a building named after them or something.
Yeah, I don't think he had a building named after him.
Not with a name like Cacklin. That's just rife for shenanigans.
I mean, are we gonna name a building Shazra?
Shazra Hall has a nice like ring to it.
Oh,
Rolls off the tongue.
of course.
I mean, all right. At any rate, I guess if he doesn't live that far, we could, I don't know, do some like very light investigating.
All right. So Gonkel, Laszlo, and Tactic are gonna go do their own looking around. Gonkel has some he has some friends that live in Azir that he wants to talk with about what's been happening around here that he hasn't caught up with in a while. And so Tactic's gonna go with him, so I don't have to NPC him.
Okay.
I'll keep Malice with you guys though, because I'm assuming Grim's gonna show up at some point.
Hopefully. Usually I do give him the benefit of the doubt, as it, it's whatchamacallit, it's the holidays. I wouldn't be surprised if he is working very late,
Yeah.
because he works for the postal service.
Yep.
As far as I remember, I don't think anything's changed.
No, I think that's still correct.
But yeah, I guess if we're gonna do some investigating near where this guy lives, we'll just have to keep it pretty tame.
Okay.
Yeah, don't want to draw too much attention.
You guys don't actually know where he lives yet either, though.
Wait,
the
if
first
He
we
one
don't
lives
have
Tactic.
somewhere
tactic,
around
Town.
here.
who's
somewhere.
carrying the rabbit?
I'm hopping on my own.
Oh, we have to walk extra slow because he's really slow.
I don't think
Or
I'm
we
that
leave him
slow.
You could
behind.
hold the rabbit.
I don't want to hold the rabbit. The rabbit's freaking huge compared to me. Here, you hold the rabbit.
I don't think I'm really slow.
You're tiny. You're slow, okay?
My land speed is 30.
No, it's
I need both
not.
of my hands to cast spells, and
I don't know, I guess it
While
depends
you're
on, like,
morphed
the
into
exact
a
spell.
rabbit, you wouldn't keep
Rabbits are
your
pretty fast,
move
actually.
speed.
they are very fast. Yeah.
No, certain rabbits are fast. Let's be correct on that. Not all breeds of rabbits actually run.
In fact, I think if you look up a normal rabbit stat block, their actually move speed's 50 feet.
What the
So he-
frick?
He actually is a very slow rabbit compared to a normal Pathfinder rabbit.
So I'm correct. He's a slow rabbit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, also I don't want to, like, run everywhere, so.
So is it gonna be like, put
I
that
guess-
rabbit on a leash? You can't just walk around with wild animals.
Somebody might.
I'm very well behaved. I
It's
walk with the group.
There might be people. There's probably people in Rahadum that have domesticated rabbits as pets.
Yeah.
You could get like a little I don't know, what do you call them?
If you say leash.
Not a leash. Like a little
Collar?
No, like a little thing to put you in and pull on wheels.
A wagon?
Oh,
Yeah, a little
yeah,
wagon.
No, I keep up
like
fine.
a stroller.
I don't.
Yeah.
I've been assuming I have 30-foot move speed because we didn't really discuss too many of the details of the curse of being a rabbit.
I
Uh,
think because of the way basically the spell that it's working off of
Is like
effectively.
beast shape.
Yeah, and I think you would still have your speed of
It
30
would
feet.
only give you
It'd give you the 50
extra
feet if you
movements.
had the higher version of it or something.
Yeah, and like if rabbits could swim, I'd get a swim speed, perhaps. But it doesn't actually hurt
And it'd be
my
capped
normal
too.
movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyhoozle, so I think we're gonna walk around and maybe find out where this cackling person lives if we can.
Okay.
Maybe.
is this normal to show up to politicians' houses?
He's not a politician.
Not really.
He's
He's
not strictly speaking
a
a
lobbyist
politician.
more
He's
than
more like a
anything, I think.
lobbyist than anything
Oh,
else.
okay.
He doesn't actually hold or run for office himself. It just seems like he bankrolls other politicians.
Mm,
Maybe he advises politicians as well. Yeah, like a lobbyist, I think is probably it's probably the best fit for your guys' understanding of like what he does in terms of like Rahadum society. Okay, so you guys, it probably would take you a while to kind of blindly go looking through his ear. Um, you guys have any sort of method for how you're going to find where he lives?
um, find what?
Where
I
Cacklin
have an
lives?
idea.
Oh, I will ask people. Do you
Leave a
happen to know where
tip.
this dude lives?
Leave a tip with the guards that like there's some bandit at or like thieves at
Oh
his
no!
place of residence, and then follow them.
I knew something was gonna happen.
That could work, I guess. But
Seems like a really roundabout way of approaching something.
Afoot's idea of just asking around, I'm assuming that she does that. And she actually does find that um, she gets pointed towards like kind of this like bougie part of town. That there's like a manor there that is supposed to be where Cacklin lives. And yeah, you maybe get a little bit more information about like, oh yeah, that place is that place is very strange though. Um, Sometimes like it's always like either people that are really rich or like strange like old people just showing up there. It's very shadowy, it's very secretive, and
Rich and old people. Okay.
there's always pure legionnaires posted outside of it. That guy's got connections.
Mhm.
But yeah, you get kind of pointed in the direction of like where it's at, and you're able to, you guys can get to it pretty easily then from
Yeah.
this point.
All right, I lead the way.
And this is
Proudly.
at like kind of on like a ledge overlooking like it's the neighborhood's kind of in this like ledge. It's up higher elevation than it and kind of overlooking the river. Um, and there's a bunch of like these large like mansions that are they all have like their own like walled off um like
Very
estates
bougie.
basically. Yeah. Um and yeah, you guys would see like that sure enough like outside the wall there are a couple of um people that are in like the garb of the pure legion standing outside like the gate to the estate for Cacklin's like manor. And there's a few other places where it seems like there are as well, but so it's not like super doesn't like super stand out, but definitely not like most of them. There's just like a small minority of them have that. It seems like there's Yeah, you guys would definitely kind of like, and it seems like they're like definitely um like people are taking notice of you guys in there. Like they can definitely tell that you guys are not from this part of town. You guys are like outsiders, so like there's definitely some interest, some eyes looking at you early, but nobody like comes up and confronts you or anything. But
Hmm.
you probably sense like a little bit of like tension.
I say in the party's heads, just keep walking, acting like we're taking a stroll through the rich part of town for fun. Don't let your gaze, stay on any guards or manners too closely. They're tense. They're watching
Well,
us.
well, now that you said that, I stare at the guard.
God damn it.
One of them scowls at you.
I just act like I'm a cute bunny going on my morning walk. Maybe I start to go into the grass to do my business in the grass, and then a guard scowls at me, and I scurry away
Dude,
back
rabbits
to the
don't
party.
do their business in the grass. They just poop as they walk.
This is true.
Yeah, but I'm a
You-
tamed rabbit.
You'll just leave
I'm
little
trained.
pebble trails.
This is
I'm
trained rabbit.
trained.
So we're just gonna walk like by his
That's
place.
what
I
I
think that's what
tell
you guys are
you for
initially
now.
doing.
It's
It sounds
not
like
And then we need to
gated, meaning we
re-talk.
can't.
Like we need to talk afterwards. But
Just don't have any holy
all
symbols
the
up.
guards on the street are like looking at us. We're clearly out of place. And so doing anything other than just casually walking by seems like a bad idea.
I guess
Um,
so.
I mean, we're allowed to.
You
I
can
don't
do
s-
yeah, if you want to do
Yeah.
something
You're
else, do
on
something else.
retreat right
But
now.
I'm saying we should keep our heads low while here.
All
You
right,
just
but
get
we're
the
allowed
impression
to
it's
be
like
here, so like there really shouldn't
it's
be a
like one of
problem.
those situations where like you're in like a really rich neighborhood and then they see someone from outside of it walking through it and they're like, "Oh my god, that guy's suspicious." That's you guys.
That's me for sure. I'm a ball of
Well, that's like
anarchy.
most of you guys, other than like maybe Vandir, because they're like you guys are all like all a little suspicious looking. You got like a tiefling, you got a plant person, you got a goblin, you got a sentient rabbit.
Yeah, just don't show any holy symbols. That's fine. That's the only reason why they're here, is to make sure you don't practice religion.
Hmm.
But yeah, from a glance, it looks like there's some like decently high, like 7 foot tall stone walls surrounding the entire estate. It looks like there's only and there might be like entrances you can't see from the street, but you only see like one entrance that into like the estate. You can see there's like a large like um it's maybe 3 stories tall or 2 stories with like tall floors uh like manor that's sitting up over the top of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's like towards the back, like there's a pretty sizable yard in front of um the wall. Like there's a big enough. It's a big enough estate that the house, it looks like, at the closest is like 30 feet away from the wall, and from the front, it looks like it's uh maybe almost 100 feet away. And you can kind of see through the gate. You can like see that there's like a path with like uh kind of like a statue of like a lion kind of in the front of it,
Oh shit!
um,
It's Lion's Arch.
leading up to the front door of this manor.
Why do you humans like such big spaces? You have to walk everywhere. It takes forever. If you just keep everything in one spot, it in a pile, you can always get to it. Is it gated? Are we allowed to get into the wall?
Yeah, well, the manor, yeah, there's a gate there. It looks like it's actually open right now, but there's a couple of pure legionnaires like kind of standing right outside of it, almost like they're like the guards for this estate.
Okay, well, because the gate's open, I'll just make my way through it.
You going walking towards it? Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody else go with Efoot?
No, they
Through
all
the gate?
stop in the middle of the street. They're just like,
I
"Oh."
will stop and watch. I'm not going close.
You
Okay.
freaking wimp.
You do. Would you
I
like
mean,
to
it is
roll?
easier for her to get to like places because she's small.
Would you like to roll
Small,
either
yes, but
a
obviously
bluff
strange.
or just a charisma check? Um,
Oh,
you know,
act like I
acting like you
belong.
belong,
Yeah.
basically. Yeah. So I'm thinking either a bluff or a. Okay. Uh, you get like they're definitely like looking at you, like they're confused for a minute, but you seem so like confident about it that they don't stand your way, and you walk right past them, and you're now
All
kind
right.
of in this courtyard there.
I mean,
Well,
I'm gonna let her do
keep
her thing here.
walking to see whether or not. I mean, it's like 30 feet between the wall and the house,
No,
so.
no, from this side it's like 80 feet. This is from the
Oh,
front. It's like 30 feet from the sides,
it's even
but the
further.
front yard's bigger.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm gonna get lost in the front yard.
And there's like these hedges kind of like along this path that leads up to the front door. Um, that you can't see over. So you're like walking, it's almost like you're walking through like a hedge maze. Really
So they
wide
lose
pasture
sight
though.
of me then, basically.
No, because it's pretty straight. But they and one of them is like kind of watching you, but then the other one's like, you know, like he looks at the other guy just kind of shrugs, and then they go back to like just looking ahead towards the street. And
Looking ahead towards the party that's all staring at me.
yeah. And yeah, you get to like that statue, you can see that there's to the right there looks like there's a path that leads over to like a much smaller building. Um that's like barely that's kind of the same height as the like the wall around the manor.
Mhm.
And to the left you see there's like it looks like a pond, maybe like a goldfish pond or something. Like it's pretty good size though. It's like a giant like willow tree over the top of it, and like a bench. Like it looks like it's like a looks like a pretty fancy little like front yard
Do I
park
see
there.
fish in the pond?
Uh you're like 70 feet away from it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
over it's over close to the wall on the
That's a
left
lucky
side.
pond, because I was about to interact with it.
About to call
Alright.
this episode oh yeah, Efoot goes fishing.
If it goes fishing, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna take my toad out and
You
let
can
him
go
have a
do the
good time.
fishing mini game.
I mean, that's what you do, right? You
Every
side quest
RPG has to have a
fishing.
fishing mini game, and this
Yeah,
game is
you
no
know, Guild
exception.
Wars 2 just added fishing, so we're on the right
Oh,
track
okay.
with that one. Yeah. You get on a boat and then you go fishing, you know.
But yeah, and then directly in front of you, um, you got these stairs leading up to a little porch and like a big double door that leads, it looks like, into this manor.
I should probably just make my way into the house too. Just go home. Okay, well, I finally turn back because I think my party's following me, but then I realize I'm all alone.
Okay.
And then I guess I turn back around and knock. Oh, this is my mission now.
No, I mean like I think you have the better skills for this.
It would be suspicious if all of us with perhaps visible weapons even all go up to this front door, but the fact that we're all waiting here and just you go up, it looks like you have business here and we don't.
Okay.
So in my opinion, like you're just gathering information and we're like here just in case things go bad.
I can't believe you guys are trusting Efoot with this, but yeah.
You took the initiative.
Well, yeah, that's Efoot.
Now I'm just using my keen bunny senses to try and make sure you're safe.
Okay, so you just go up and knock on the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although
Unless
I
there's
can't
some
see
sort of
you because
doorbell
you're
that I don't
further
look
away
at.
than I can see.
You do think you actually see like a string for that might be a doorbell.
Ooh, can I reach it?
You think you could probably reach it if you jumped for it.
Okay, I mage hand a rock and push it with the rock.
It looks like it's like a rope that's like leaning or like coming
Dang, okay,
down.
I jump.
Alright. So
She's
you
not
jump,
very good
pull
at
on it,
jumping.
and you do hear like a little ring um inside
Oh, we're
the
decent at
the
jumping,
manor.
actually. This is our...
Goblins are surprisingly bouncy, though.
Yeah. I put points in acrobatics. So, well, 1 point, but yeah. Okay.
Okay. And after a short time, somebody comes and opens the door. And you see kind of like this older, bearded looking gentleman. Uh, he opens the door and looks around, doesn't see you at first, and then looks down and says, "Oh, uh, can I help you?"
Yeah. Yeah, I have some friends, and they want to know if they can come over and talk. Me too. I want to talk too.
Uh, what do you mean? I haven't heard anything about this.
Yeah. We're new in town. We're interested in the election. We want to know who you're backing. Right? Well, we kind of already know, but
This is brilliant. I'm loving it.
Look, who I'm voting for, or who my master's voting for, have nothing to do with you.
true.
So, if you're here to canvass for someone, I suggest you move on.
No, I'm curious. I want to vote too. But I need information. I need to know who to vote for and why I'm voting.
I think you're in the wrong place.
Dang it.
He starts closing the door.
No, I don't want to do anything rash.
Okay, he closes the door then.
I pull the rope again.
He opens the door and says, "What?"
Do you want to talk to them? They have questions.
Who is them?
She looks down all the way at the gate.
I don't know who these people are, but no, I don't really want to talk with anybody right now. I'm very busy. This place doesn't run itself. He goes to start closing the door again.
Maybe you can help.
Yeah, she don't know what to say. So
It's okay.
Yeah, you can come back to the party and we can discuss. No problem.
yeah.
I actually have a picture for this guy too
Oh, okay.
Hey,
that I stole from the internet. That's what he looks like.
oh, there we go. Zoom in.
He looks a whole lot happier than
And then what he sounds.
Than
yeah.
how he probably looks right now.
He's like saying that to me with a smile.
No, he doesn't look. He doesn't look that happy when he's talking with
No,
you.
he didn't look happy. Yeah.
He looked happy probably when he first opened the door, and then he saw you. He probably looked, ugh.
A
Ugh.
goblin.
That's
Good. Okay, well, I'll return back to the party and I'll tell them that he doesn't want to talk.
I'm not surprised. We need to come up with a better cover story, and I think we should start walking along so that
That's
we don't get.
okay. During this time, I had some moments to think about a course of action, and we might be able to find some people who we could learn more about Cacklin from. If we go and check out this university, there must be still some people or like one person who asked him to speak that knows about him.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to school.
I should show up at his house every day and knock.
Ah, you might ask the guards to keep you away.
Well, until then.
Just show up looking different every day.
Yeah. Change my hair color. Goblins are very interested in this place, you know?
Yeah, just wear a disguise each time.
Like, who keeps telling you goblins about me?
Make yourself look like a gnome or a halfling.
I think I can make myself look more like a gnome than a halfling. I don't know. It's that one would take some disguise ranks
Or magic.
Bet we can't just pretend to be like
that I
Mormons.
don't have. Oh, you want to put on a black pants, white shirt, black
Well,
tie,
It might
they
be
don't look
and
too
ride a
kindly
bicycle?
towards the religious type around
Yeah, I
here,
was
so it
gonna say,
might
this
not
Don't
be a
forget
good
your
idea.
helmet.
might be a particularly bad place to pretend to be, especially Mormons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although also I don't know, any Mormons exist in this universe.
Mormons
do
don't
know-
exactly like brandish their holy symbols everywhere, though. That's usually
We
like,
do know there's at
concealed.
least one person in Galarian who believes in a messed up version of Catholicism, though.
Oh, that's true.
Sister Mantis's character.
Yeah, Dr.
Ha.
Sister Maria.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Out there, he's like, there's someone out there who's myself. And I
There's
can't
someone
allow
out there Bible thumping people.
that's out there. It's myself out there, and I gotta go kill myself.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That was our way to write him out of the, because he'd ended up letting his like dream version
Yeah.
of himself go. He's like, I made a mistake. I gotta go kill. I gotta get that person's out there spreading lies.
The whatchamacallit, the tagline is Sister Maria is traveling the world to find himself so he
Mhm.
could kill him.
That's right.
Yeah, anyways, I think that I would like to go in and conduct some inquiries at this university.
Yeah, that was the next line I thought we should
Okay.
investigate after trying to find his place of residence and see if there's anything sussy going on.
Okay.
And the
well,
guards are sussy.
The guards are everywhere.
I mean,
No, they're only on a
Mm.
couple.
they're only
like
on
a
a few
few.
houses. Yeah.
But
This is one of the ones where there's ones directly
So-
posted like outside that manor.
This means like he's
specifically.
got connections. He's important.
well, I mean, he
Yeah.
just backed a candidate, and he's got wealth and a elections going on. So yeah.
Yeah, but so he shouldn't really need guards. So what are they for?
Appearances.
Perhaps.
Okay. The university isn't too far from like this district, so you guys are able to get there pretty quickly. Yeah, University of Azir specifically. It's like it's not a like magic university or anything. It's like an academy of uh, like legal professions and like liberal arts and general like science type stuff as well,
Mm-hmm.
such as they are in Galarian. It's a pretty open campus. Um, so where do you guys go from there? Do you?
Well, I want to find like a registry of like professors and stuff, and to look at a a subject or a field related to what the guy talked about with
Talked about
him, Jacqueline,
history.
like giving like uh, some speaking points on, and I want
See
to
if there's
find
someone
like
for like
professor or
history.
professors, yeah, that would head that field.
Okay.
And this is like old history, right? Not like recent history. Like the
Y-
old religious war stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Oath Wars actually is what they're called, which is actually like pretty pretty old history, but it's within like it's more recent than like it's not like as
It's
late
not
in
ancient
history. Or it's
history.
not ancient history. It's recorded history. There's a lot of like surviving documents and whatnot on it.
It's like elves would have perhaps have been alive, so what, like less than a few hundred years.
It's like 1,000 years ago, but
Oh, is it that long? Oh wow, okay. Okay.
in Galarian
But not
terms,
like
it's not too
yeah, not
bad.
like 2-3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, not BC in our terms.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we try and find a registry of professors, perhaps at there's like a main building, or maybe ask about what professors they have for history.
What are we looking to glean from this?
We're trying to get more
I
information
just
about
want to
this
know
Cacklin dude.
I just want to know who associates with Cacklin.
Oh, maybe get to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they know him, they might know other people that know him.
I still like my original idea, which was kidnap them, but like you guys didn't agree with that.
Kidnap the ancient crazy magma dragon.
No, Cacklin.
Cacklin is Patriarch as far as we're concerned. We think that Cacklin is Patriarch.
Well, he would have to show his true colors.
And kill us, yeah.
I mean, I thought about that. I thought about forcing his hand and making him become a dragon in the middle, and the idea is appealing, but I do think it presents too much danger to us.
I mean, from his perspective, then it's like, okay, so he just waits another generation to try his plan again, and then we're dead.
Then there's some other heroes to step up. We can't always be the hero.
Yeah, so okay, so let's just go to the next campaign then. Okay.
Yeah, just a rollover constantly, you know.
I mean, if all it did was force him to like wait a while and like change locations, then that would be like pretty safe and tame. What I'm worried about is that it will force him to wait a while and change locations, but not before killing us, because who else is going to stop him?
Yep.
And Marcia.
What, bring in the Legacy of Fire characters?
Yeah. I'll write
Well,
a
it's
letter
Efoot's
to
mentor.
Amarcia, and I'm just gonna be like, problems here! Please come.
Pull her out as a backup character later in the campaign potentially.
Who else would even show up aside from Amarcia? I don't think anyone else.
Well, gods aren't stupid, you know. They're gonna clue in, and they're
Cause like, well, no, well, I'm just speaking as far as like, well, who else would even be there to do this? Because I think everyone went like their separate ways.
And Legacy
Oh,
of
out
Fire
of that group,
party?
Yeah.
I mean, we barely knew one of them because they just kind of showed up for the last session.
Yeah, he was there because I think he was there because some Knoll like priestess of
I don't even
Washu was like,
remember. Yeah.
"No, you need to go and help with this. It's very important."
Yeah, they don't want like Ravagug or any spawn of
Exactly.
him
You were
to
sent
show up.
by your god. And that's what the other gods are going to do. Like, once they start
He was there
realizing what's
indirectly.
happening.
Like he wasn't there because like he was a servant of that god either. He was a servant of like these like Knoll matriarchs that were like, "You need to go do this."
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so weird.
He's like, "All right." So afterwards, he just went right back to the Knoll
Yeah,
tribe
exactly.
that he was like
It's
a
like, all right, I
champion
did it.
for.
I'm done.
You did
Yeah.
it.
And normally he was like a Knoll that didn't really hang out with the other Knolls as much. Like he normally kind of was like
And now you're
doc.
celebrated.
Well, he was before too, because he showed up. He was already a
Oh,
high level character, so he was already like
it's true.
he was already like a champion for
Yeah.
these
He
guys.
was
Like,
like one of the strongest gnolls in the region
yeah.
already.
I mean, that's like the thing that's fun when you bring in high level characters. You can give them like a little bit more of an epic backstory than
Story.
you
Yeah.
otherwise could. That was like the thing I got to do with like Raheem as well. I was like, well, yeah, like he's hung out at he's already done all this stuff for like the Church of Sarenrae. He's actually maybe even been to like the court. I think I even was that was something I said, or he'd been to the court of Sarenrae in is it Elysium for Sarenrae? I don't remember. Or Heaven. It was one whatever the
Sarenrae is neutral good, but I think she does have her domain within heaven.
yeah. But I think that was something I was like saying. I was like, well, yeah, he spent a little bit of time there. He probably didn't meet her directly, but he like went to her court and did some like training there or something.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, like because like Sarenrae has like so many angelic like qualities to her, she does have like her court in heaven somewhere, which is like lawful good
Hmm.
aligned, but it would be weird if she was in Nirvana somewhere.
Yeah, no, I was pretty sure she wasn't there. But anyway, yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
One of the nice things, like I said. Okay, so you guys go to the university there, and you go to the. I guess you would try to like ask your way around to try to find the like where the history department would be. I guess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Um, and how exactly do you frame this, or like?
If anybody asks what why I'm asking and inquiring, I'm just gonna tell them like, hey, I'm writing my own paper for my own university here while I'm abroad.
Hmm.
And he can say that with a very straight face because he can give him like he can tell him like, yeah, I'm from this university and
Sure. Yeah.
these are my professors and shit like that, even though I'm technically not enrolled right now.
Okay. Okay. Well, they point you then to the head of their history department, which is someone they tell you is named Professor. Um,
Xavier.
no, Toldusi or Toldishi rather.
Okay.
Toldishi. And say you can probably set up an appointment to speak um, with Dr. Todolshi.
Yeah, I'll go through the proper channels and I'll write like a note or something to where like I would write a professor um requesting to see them, and I'll frame the note again like I'm studying abroad and I want to um ask them some questions about their department, and I'll talk about like the what was the thing that we were talking about before,
The Oath Wars?
the Oath Wars.
Okay.
I'll like, I don't know, mail that or give it to a desk person.
Put
Yeah,
it in their mailbox.
there's a secretary
Yeah.
at that says that, oh yeah, we can set up I can make sure this gets to Dr. Toldishi and uh, probably be able to get you probably speak with him in probably this evening, I believe. I'll have some office hours. You can speak with him then.
Yep, that'll work.
Just come back. Just come back this afternoon around 5:30.
Sure, I'll be back here with my associates.
It's probably still like mid to late morning right now.
Okay, yeah. But that seems productive, so I'm open to any other ideas or suggestions of what to do in the meantime.
Time to go shopping. I don't know if we have any gold though.
Shopping.
I don't have a lot of
No,
money
no.
to shop with.
No, no. Let's go shoplifting.
I didn't know you were that kind of rabbit.
I steal veg all the time.
Probably true.
In one of the first towns, I like mage handed a carrot or some vegetable off of a cart or off of a stand and to me, and I ate it. Something like that. I'm a bad
And I
wabbit.
thought I was the rebel. Dying. You're making moves there.
Yeah, I don't know. What else can we do? It's not a school of magic, so they wouldn't really know about my transformation. So I was thinking if they had a magic department, perhaps someone would know about me being turned into a wabbit.
I mean, maybe.
But it's not school of magic, so.
Yeah, it's not quite that school.
I
That
don't
would
have
also
any other
be
ideas of what to
oddly
do.
convenient.
We could walk around this town and come back. Have some lunch somewhere.
And let's just find the others and inform them of the headway we've made.
Yeah, did we find out where Tactic and Gonkol and other person went?
They didn't really give you anything
They said they're
specific.
going to
They
see
just
friends
said
and
he
get,
said, yeah,
yeah.
Goncool and Laszlo are like we have some connections that we want to check in with.
Okay, so maybe we don't worry about trying to meet up with them till end of the day at the inn. I don't have anything, so we can probably, unless someone else does, we can probably fast forward to afternoon.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
All right. So you maybe wander around like the campus a little bit or something.
Yeah, walk around, find some
Mhm.
lunch.
Yeah, summer, so like the sun's beating down, but you got some nice wind coming in from the coast. So it's like, especially if you're in the shade, it's not too bad. And you guys head back to the history department, and
Time already, huh?
yep, say Shazra, right? You
Yeah.
wanted to speak with Dr. Toldishi,
Yep.
and she points you towards this, like fourth door on the right down that hall. And he kind of just, points your way towards it.
I say into Shazra's head, like, perhaps you should think of some really hard questions that only someone who had been there would maybe be able to describe to you. And then that
Uh,
way, maybe they set up a meeting with you and the person, Cacklin,
is it
if they
just
know who he
you, or
is.
is it all your friends too here? Which I
Wait,
don't even know. I don't even know if they're with you. It might just be you.
wait, what are you asking?
I'm asking out of character here. Is anybody else going with you in this
Oh,
meeting?
I
Or is
know
it just
that,
you?
but I'm confused with what Zerdurium's
I
asking.
was saying if you can ask like detailed, hard questions. If this person knows Cacklin, like maybe has a first-hand account, perhaps they'd, set you two up. That's my suggestion.
I mean, I think I know where you're going with this. I was gonna, I was gonna try and get them to tell me if they know him or not.
Yep. As far as if I'm going with you, I will go with you if you want me to as your pet bunny.
Yeah, you can come as my familiar.
Okay, I will be your pet bunny.
Familiar.
I'm unfamiliar with that term.
Just act natural.
Okay. I will try and act like a natural bunny, and I will tag along.
That's not how a familiar acts, but you're fine.
All right. So
I start
Shazra
pooping on the
and
carpet. No, I'm kidding.
Shazra and Billy are gonna go back into this office here. So yeah, you see it looks like it's a middle-aged, like half-elfin man.
Okay.
So probably quite a bit older than he looks because he's half-elfin, but um, yeah, he sees you come. He's like, "Oh yes, I read your letter, Shazra,
Okay. I
all the
shake
way
his
from
hand and I
all the
introduce
way from
myself.
Cheliax. We don't get very many people from Cheliax down here in Rahadum, especially people interested in the Oath Wars. Most of them of you up there, very ardent Asmodeans, but
Yeah, about the Oath Wars. I've got some questions about that, and I ask him to give me the rundown on those.
oh, okay. Well, I'm sure someone who's as learned as you've heard some of this before, but
Oh, maybe
uh,
I have.
all right.
I don't know how much I know about them. I guess I should roll a knowledge history or something. Do I have history? I don't. Maybe that's why I don't know very much about them.
Maybe
So
I
you
feed
actually
you
don't.
some information in your head then.
I have Arcana, Planes, and I mean, you
Hey,
could.
Billy has knowledge history, right?
Let me. Do.
Some of this you've heard recently, like in character too. So just
Where's the thing?
like when you
Skills,
guys were first coming
background.
in here. Okay, Billy
Yes,
knows
I
like all
will.
about the Oath Wars.
I will feed you like the basics so that you can like have a conversation about the basics, so that you can then find out more detailed information. So I like kind of brief you in your head as we're like getting there, and once we're there, just like ask about this thing, ask about that, and
Well,
Yeah, I
anyway,
mean, we can go with that.
so he tells you about how the Oath Wars had happened um, almost 1,500 years ago. They were primarily between the clergies of Nethys, Norgabur, and Sarenrae. It happened
Yes,
all
the
over this region.
mhm.
The Nethysians were mostly like based out of nearby Osirian, the Sarenrites from Keshite, and there was a cult of Norgapur that had a very strong presence in this area. They were almost and further south, but um, yeah, the conflict devastated the region, and he goes into like talking about like um, some of like the creating like these with enough magic clashes. There was actually like stuff similar to what happens in the mana wastes even here. Some of the people normally think of that from the clash of arcane energies, but there's some of the divine stuff here was rivaling that sort of devastation. Um, and he tells you about the philosopher Kalim Onaku, who created the laws of man, and that he in this very city, that's where he like founded that, and they spread to others within the region that joined in, other city states that joined in under that banner, and they evicted the warring parties, the clerical um, uh, like followers of Nethys or Norgabur and Sarenrae. But yeah, he kind of goes into that and starts talking about like he asks like, was there anything in particular you were interested in the Oath Wars? Anything more direct, more specific? Maybe Kalima
I'm
Naku,
actually
his
really
life.
curious why like knowledge like this would even be disseminated in this region, as I mean, I'm sure you understand my curiosity here.
What do you mean? Like it's the founding of this country was from the Oath Wars.
Right, but you'd think that, with their stance on religions, that this would be something that they'd probably have scrubbed from their history altogether, right? Like it doesn't like to
Didn't
me it
didn't
doesn't
they
like
like kick
make.
out the religious people? Isn't that what the whole Oath Wars thing is about?
Well, the original Oath Wars were the fights between those religious like fanatics. It was the damage that was caused during the Oath Wars that led to the founding of Rahadum and the formation of the laws of man.
Right.
But it's important to remember the Oath Wars because that's what we're trying to prevent happening again.
By keeping religion
Okay.
out. Okay.
And I mean, you can see these sorts of conflicts still happening in other places of the world. Maybe not quite as calamitous as the Oath Wars, but I mean, look at the pit of Gormuz caused by the wrath of Sarenrae, supposedly, uh, supposed to be a very good and just and protective god, but look at the amount of damage she's done on our world.
I mean, you can't just credit Sarenrae with all of that.
Oh, of course not. It was other gods that created that as well. But
I mean, anybody can make a hole. You do realize that there's a hell vault down there, right?
what in the pit of Gormuz? I don't know
Yeah,
a
all the
whole
way at
lot.
the bottom.
I don't know a whole lot about what's down there
Oh, I tell him about
outside of my.
Asmodeus's involvement in trapping Rovagug down there.
Okay, he listens and
But yeah. Anyway, back to the Oath Wars. Is all this information you have on them? Is this just secondhand information, or do you have anyone who or is anyone working here that might actually be old enough to recount actual accurate information from that time?
nobody at this university, but I do know someone who was there. It was a very he was very young back then. He's a very old elf who lives in town here, and I don't think he witnessed the Oath Wars directly, but he was young enough to remember firsthand accounts himself.
Well, for the sake of whatchamacallit, citing sources and keeping things as accurate as possible, could you give me their name?
Oh yes, he's a man named Cackwood. Lives right here in town, although
Do
yeah,
they do any more work with the university, or do they have
I've had him
um
come in to give speeches usually, lectures, guest lectures, as it were, in here. I usually bring it. He usually comes in every couple of years.
are they just like a historian, or do they have like a background in teaching that they've just left behind?
I think he might have done some teaching in the past, but he's done a lot of things over his long life. But yes, he's a very passionate speaker for the laws of man.
Uh Pluto, can you enlighten what are the laws of man like out of character? Because I
The
probably
laws
know
of
It was
man
the
history.
were a list of laws created by Kalima Naku in response to the Oath Wars, and they're basically um, the first law, which is basically the
it,
banning of
yeah, it
of
was like the constitution for this region.
correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that's basically
I
what it
see.
is.
Okay.
In particular, the first law though is
Yeah.
what he speaks most strongly for.
Oh,
We've
well, I
spoken
assume
at
that this person then has lived here like their whole life then.
as far as I know.
That
But
means this horde is
he's
here.
also well traveled too.
Hmm.
Um, I believe I don't know that he's currently in town at the moment, but he does live. He does have a residence here in Nazir. I've been there before.
Oh, do you keep in close contact with him then?
Not the closest contact, but he has dealings all over Rahadum. But um, I mean, like I said, I invite him back anytime he'd like, anytime he wants to come give a guest lecture here. I allow him to, and he usually takes me up on it every couple of years.
I don't suppose I'd be imposing by asking you to ask him to come and give another one that I could be in attendance for.
I wish I could, but I mean, I suppose I can send out a request if you'd like. I mean, I can give you his address, and you could send a letter yourself. Perhaps he'd be
I'll,
willing to speak with you directly.
I mean, I'll take that in the unlikely event that it's something that can be set up.
Okay.
The name at least and such was sufficient information for this research, but yeah, I'll take the chance.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't think he's in town right now, but um, I don't know how long are you planning to stay in Azir.
I didn't have a set time. I don't like to limit myself on a tight schedule when it comes to research.
My understanding he's very busy around this time of year because he likes to, like I said, he's a um, very staunch supporter of the first law, and he tends to be very involved with the politics of Rahadum. And it's political season at the moment right now, which might not mean much to an outsider like you, but yeah, it makes him harder to get a hold of around this time of year.
I mean, like, not a whole lot, because, yeah, obviously I'm not from here, but I'm kind of curious, like, what is there to do? I've barely just gotten here, and it seems like there's hardly any kind of political competition anyway.
Well, in this city, it's kind of a given that Muldoon was going to win, um, but he's got networks within cities in Potasani, Maniket, and I think some of the nomadic tribes even, and that's what he's told me at least.
Oh, is he interested in Malduin?
I believe he gets along with Maldwin fine, but I couldn't say for sure. That's circles outside of me. I don't usually talk with politicians much.
Yeah, they're quite a type. All right, well, I'll take the information he's willing to give me on
O-
him.
Okay, yeah, he basically gives you like uh like the address that you guys already know about,
Yeah.
but he does tell you like yeah if you
Do you have a
if you just want to
signature?
tell him you can tell him that I um and that that I've given you or that I what's how does he want to word this? He says you can tell him that I referred you to him.
All right. That'll carry some weight.
I'm sure that he would be delighted to have uh more people to learn about the work he's doing here
Oh,
from
sure. I'm
outside
sure he will be.
the of
Mhm.
Rahadum.
As
Hmm.
long as that's not a goblin, right? I understand now. He's just racist against goblins.
Well, you didn't speak to Cacklin. You spoke with somebody else, to be fair.
Oh, Who was that?
You don't know, but
He
it was
spoke with like
it wasn't-
probably his
Like a
servant or
manservant.
butler.
yeah, it was probably
or
like
something.
his butler or
Oh,
something.
I thought it was
yeah.
Cackling opened the door. I was like, oh, yo. Okay.
A
Maybe
person
that's
who
why
lives in a
Efut
house
was
like
like,
that
"We
does
could have
not open their
kidnapped
own
him."
door.
Yeah, rich people don't open their own doors. What is this?
I mean, Efoot would. Jeez.
Anyways,
Yeah, did
this was
anybody
a
else
good
have any
meeting.
other ideas before we stop talking to this guy?
Well, I'm the
No.
only one here with you. Um,
I don't know, maybe Efoot snuck along.
but if someone else, yeah, like said something before the meeting that we could remember now.
Mm-mm. Kidnap him.
The professor?
My only question
No,
would be when
Cackling.
was the
Oh,
last time that he gave a guest lecture? Like how long ago was it?
Oh, he was just here 6 months ago.
Okay,
But he's busy right now
wonderful.
with the elections and stuff, so it's not likely he'll be doing that.
probably not.
I don't have anything else to ask though.
Yeah, I think this will be it for now. For a talk with the professor.
He tells you though, like, well, I know he won't be able to. I don't know for sure that you'll be able to speak with him, but if you're welcome to come sit in on one of my lectures if you'd like while you're here.
I might take you up on that offer.
All right, he tells you
And I
like,
shake his hand.
all right, yeah, and he tells you like what time his classes are like during the day.
hmm Yeah, it's kind of refreshing having a professor with such open hours to talk to. You have to really jump through some hoops to speak with professors at the academy in Cheliax.
It sounds very rough.
Yeah, some of the more well respected and what's the word for it? Like the ones that are like really entrenched in their positions. You gotta sign a documentation that is like almost like a contract. It kind of tests your knowledge of contracts and stuff.
Well, I'm all for cultural exchange, within reason. Right. I can use the restroom real quick, so I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay. Goodbye, Professor. And Professor walks out and goes to the restroom.
I don't know if we actually want to try and talk to Cacklin in person. That seems a little risky.
Yeah. I know. I don't know what else we're supposed to do though.
Ruin his election.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not here. It's in the city we were just at.
There's two different elections. There's an election here and over there.
The one here is like decided though.
It's not over. It was she just said it was heavily imbalanced.
There's basically like no
So
other
let's change
candidate.
that.
It's like a Republican in Texas.
I'll run for office.
You will lose,
Hmm.
Miss Goblin, Mr. Goblin.
All right, I'm back. What's next?
Efoot's running for office.
Yeah. I gotta put a thorn
Because
in his
there's not
plan.
enough political
You want to
competition in
go?
this city.
You want to go sign up to run for office?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea. I tell you, Foot.
Okay. How do you go about doing that?
But go ahead and try.
No, I was telling them that we need to like maybe ruin his plans by like foiling his election somehow, but Debbie Downer over here seems to think that's not possible.
I'm just saying the election here seems pretty set. It would take great intervention to change anything. But the election back in the other city, I forget the name. That one is very
Watani?
tight. Yeah, that one seemed very tight, and he was definitely backing the less extreme candidate, if I recall, which is
Hmm.
interesting.
No, he was actually backing the more extreme
Oh, he
candidate.
is backing the more extreme. Okay.
Which Shazra attempted to kill.
But it was the
That's what they think.
Pure Legion and Cacklin backing the more extreme. Is
Indeed,
that right? And then it was
because his
the
platform
more
was
common
more.
people. Yeah.
His platform was more like anti, like
Anti-religion.
religion and getting
Like more
more.
extreme, yeah.
Yeah, part of why it makes sense for the Legion of Man to be like supporting him as a candidate is that he wanted to like expand them basically to like root out Saren rights and whatnot.
The cult of Sarenrae.
The dangerous cult of Saren, exactly.
Yeah. So all that's going on there, and here it's like kind of a set, no competition election.
Yeah, there seems like there's very little like friction towards Malduani being um reelected.
So the only option
He's
is then
already
to
served.
assassinate Madwani.
He's already like uh basically he's the first speaker. That means he's like, there's an election to elect like a council basically, and that a council elects like a person who's a leader of the council, which is normally it's a position that changes every term. Even if someone gets reelected and keeps their same position there, a lot of times it'll change from term to term. But he's one of the first ones who is, and a term lasts 5 years. He's one of the first ones to have been elected for that same, like the head of the council, basically twice in a row, being the keeper of the first law. He's one of the first ones to be twice in a row in like hundreds of years. That's one of the things normally, like the politics of like nations around. A lot of times they're like, if they don't uh like a current keeper, like, just wait a term, there'll be someone else in
Well,
charge.
what are his if perhaps we need to ask around more, what are Madwani's what are his political stances? Is he more extreme against religion or less extreme, and what
He's the,
other policies does he promote?
I mean, he's the status quo, so like he is against it, but like he's got the normal typical Rahadum like beliefs, but yeah, he doesn't have like the super like militant crackdown policies, which is like one of the things that was being ran by Finis, for example, is saying like we need to get more people and to change it. We can't keep the status quo because like it's not working.
Okay.
So
So that
he
makes me
he
feel a little
basically
bit
is the
better.
most he is like the most status quo right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's good.
But maybe from hearing around, like they don't have the same problems in Azir right now that Botasani has with like Saren rights trying to move in, and there's not um like Botasani is generally when there's like foreign trade coming in, it typically doesn't go this far upstream, like into the harbor. It usually stops at the outskirts of it at Botasani first. So there's much more like foreign like presence and in Botasani and Maniket. Azir doesn't have is like much more like insulated.
Okay. Um.
But yeah, you do hear that there's like a lot more like there people are more concerned that like the bigger danger to his position is not him like losing this election in his ear, but it's him
It's
losing the
losing the
election on the council because of the
first
other.
speaker or
Yes,
whatever.
because there's competition in like Maniket and Botasani, for example, and some of like nomadic tribes. It's very unclear what's going to happen there because they have like their own ways of selecting their council, but their council member. But like Manaket's got its own problems with like there's like a plague going on in there in that city, and Botasani has got like some pressure from like cults showing up there basically. But
Okay.
Azir is pretty prosperous at the moment. There's not really as much like internal pressure here.
So now we're back to square one, not square one, but like what Matt was saying earlier is, do we want to meet with Cacklin? I don't know if that's a good idea. I agree. It's
I mean, I
pretty
don't know.
sketchy.
I don't know
How
what
do we?
we would get from it.
Perhaps we need to ask ourselves, how do we stop this dragon from interfering with these elections and gaining power? And
Well, I
that's
mean, we need to
the
know
route we need to
what.
pursue, right?
I guess so. We need information on like what like what his, I don't know, like, well, we know that he's financially backing at least one person.
Yeah.
But like, I guess like how does like I don't know, supporting a candidate help him?
Well, he's trying to get the more extreme candidate, at least in Bodasani, elected. Right. That way they will vote against the current speaker, and perhaps a more extreme candidate would become the speaker, the first speaker thing, is what it
I
seems
assume
like.
I assume that would be like the route.
But that would mean he needs multiple candidates, because I assume on the council or whatever, like they all vote for who is like the leader of the council.
Mhm.
So he would need to influence multiple of them to vote against the current dude.
It's reasonable to assume that he might be influencing other elections too, um, or other selection methods, because not all of them are elections. You know that each like there's also some nomadic tribes, for example, within the region that are represented on the council, um, and um, in addition to like some of the city states like Haldun, Maniket, Botasani, they all have their own method of choosing. It just happens that Azirs and Botasanis are elections. Most of the city states tend to be
I don't
more
know.
elect.
Should we go find places who are like more on the fence about who to support and try to influence them to not go with the candidate that would
I think so. I
be
think we should
likely to
challenge his
be
election.
Yes.
Pedriarch's like person?
I think yes slash go from it of the angle of we're trying to weed out corruption in the politics. So like we're not just adding more of our own. We're not, pushing for our own candidate. We're just trying to get rid of the corruption and the outside influence.
Well, I mean, if we identify which candidate in each part of the region is like potentially Pedriarch's like candidate, we just support the other one and make sure that they have more of a chance.
Yeah, but we're just like a random group of adventurers versus a powerful and knowledgeable dragon who is using the front of a
Well, right, but we don't have to
super
convince
old,
the.
powerful, wealthy elf.
Yeah, but
Like
we
I
don't
don't
have to
think
Yeah,
we can
but their
influence.
opinion towards the current situation could be our benefit. Like maybe they're tired of it. Maybe they want a change, but they,
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if we try and do like our influence versus their influence, I think they're probably gonna out influence us. I think we need to expose them, not fight fire with fire.
how would we expose? Other than kidnapping him and making him show his
No,
cards.
expose candidates being, corrupted or, the lobbying going on.
Does that matter though? Because like I've seen elections in a totally different world that you can expose the shit out of the candidate, but they still make president.
Well, this isn't America.
Oh, I wasn't. I was talking about a different
Oh.
world.
I don't know. I don't know. There's probably both routes are probably both things we should do, realistically. And perhaps what we need to do is we need to talk to Goncool and Laszlo about everything we've learned and see what they think.
Yeah, that's fair too.
That's reasonable.
We could also cheat and bring in a bunch of like fake voters.
I
Rig
guess
the election.
rig the election. that could be a fun way to take the campaign.
Yeah, I mean that is an option.
Gonna go
We'll
back
have
to
people at the
Punxsutawney
voting
and
booth and beat them up.
stuff the ballot box with false ballots.
Yeah, they're a bunch of dead people. Let's go to the graveyard, write down a bunch of names.
Or yeah, I go in and force the people, the auditors or whatever, like the campaign or the election, like vote counters to miscount the votes.
Okay, so that's actually not a bad idea, but I think we need to maybe regroup at the end with Laszlo and Goncool and
Okay.
discuss what we've learned and what they've learned, and yeah.
I want everyone to roll a perception check for me as you guys are walking back.
Yeah.
Okay, I will get out of the bed I was laying on and go to my computer to roll a check. Why? I need a phone app for this so I can just roll from bed.
You could open the browser with the
Just
game
get a
on your
tablet.
phone.
I know, I
They're
don't know
like
if
the
it would
same
work well.
price of phones nowadays.
I think it gets. I tried doing it and it technically worked, but it gave me a warning saying it wasn't designed for this resolution. Basically,
Yeah,
I was like, well,
that's fine.
but it works.
I was just we were doing lots of talking, so I was like, oh, I'll lay down, and it's like, oh, this is comfy.
Yeah, if I lay down, I'll pass out. So can't do it.
Okay, while you guys are walking back, you guys have to kind of go back through like pretty close to um like Cacklin's estate. You guys should notice something. Billy and Eva both kind of notice this. There looks like there's a couple of like these strange, they almost look like birds wearing masks that are like hanging out outside of the manor, like they're kind of sitting on the walls there.
They look like
Birds with
birds.
masks.
Yes, do you have knowledge planes?
Oh, I think I know what these are, yeah, but I think the character also knows what these are. I've got enough knowledge.
I do know that they are.
Yeah, you somebody points them out to
Oh
Shazra
wait,
as
they did.
well.
Shazra knows
He
what they
also
are.
knows, but yeah, Billy, you
I
know
looked at
too.
your roll.
These are like kind of a low level psychopomp. They're
They are the ones that.
servants of Pharasma that guide souls to be judged, basically.
Oh, did somebody die?
Specifically, these are what are these called again?
Maybe that's how he's getting
Nosoi.
dead people's names to stuff the ballot boxes with dead people from the psychopomps.
And
We're
yeah,
gonna
like
hire them.
at first glance they look like normal like crows. But yeah, they're wearing like what looks like a plaster mask over the front of their face. And there's just a pair of them kind of sitting on the wall at the moment as you guys are walking past. And there's still like guards kind of standing around looking bored. Looks like maybe they're different guards than were there this morning, but
Unsure what to think of.
yep. Otherwise, you guys
Yeah,
make
make
back
note,
in
and we'll
if
talk to Goncool and Laszlo. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
okay. At the just in case inn.
Just in case.
I thought his name just in case, because he's the proprietor.
Oh, sure. We can go with that too. I was thinking like the just in case. Something somehow it makes, I don't know. Yours is better. The just in case.
Yeah. Sounds like the name of like a like name of like a spy. I'm just in case. Like someone's like, "What's your name?" Like, just in case. You need to make sure you have a name. Just in case is my name.
Yeah.
Okay, you get back and yeah, they're already back. They're waiting there at in the restaurant slash bar that's connected to
Alright,
the
I'm
inn.
back.
The
Okay.
partnership with the establishment at the inn you guys are staying.
I will order some rabbit food and sit down with them, and we'll have a
What's
chat.
going on? We're back at the inn.
You guys are
Yep.
back at the inn.
Okay.
Laszlo and Goncool and Tactic are here already.
Okay. Have we told them what we like went and find out?
Nope, I
I'm
think that
just
was
sitting
just
down with
starting.
my food.
Okay.
I summoned
well,
my mud buddy to carry my plate.
when we get the opportunity, I tell them what we found. I assume they'll tell us anything that they discovered.
Okay. The only thing that they discovered is Gonkel says like one of his friends who's a wizard that lives here um, says that um, something suspicious that he noticed a few years ago is that sometimes uh, people would go into like it was almost always like older sickly people would go in there and never return, which uh, and supposedly it's like like supposedly it's like some charity thing that he runs a almost like a hospice service for people, but it's very strange that he runs it out of his own home.
Who, Cacklin?
Yes, it's only certain like it's only like a very small amount of people. Like most of them are other like rich aristocratic types.
He's selling their souls.
I don't think so, but
He's been inviting people into his own residence.
And they don't come out like old people.
old sickly people.
Okay.
But I don't know what that's about.
I mean,
Like I said, it's supposedly it's some sort of hospice thing. Like they're going in there because they're dying.
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't. He doesn't really have a reputation of being a doctor or anything.
I
His
mean, I
repu-
think it's easy to assume that this is intentional.
Maybe
Oh, I'm sure.
he burns the bodies. He's like what do you call the place that like burns dead bodies?
A crematorium
Yeah, maybe he's running a crematorium.
seems doubtful. Cremation tends to be the most common way. I guess burial rite, as it were, in Rahadum, though.
Think about it. He just breathes a little fire and boom, there's dust, smoke. What a way to make a profit.
Well, what we glean mostly is that Patriarch or Cacklin, I don't know. If you want to associate, I'll just, use Cacklin for now. I guess given where we are, it's safer to use the word Cacklin.
Yeah.
But he's like he is super invested in this like preservation of the first law. That's what I'm gathering.
That's fair to say.
So I'm wondering if like him influencing this region is sort of like the I don't know if it's any crux at all to his plans. I think that's what we're trying to figure out, right? Like I think he wants to, I don't know, he wants something from this region and is using like their like the importance of the first law to this country to find supporters, maybe. But I'm still not sure how that is going to like help him get what he wants directly.
Yeah, Gonkulul says I think that makes sense, and I agree. I don't know what his goal would be here. It must be something that he can't get on his own, but as a powerful dragon, there aren't a whole lot of things that uh, I feel like the people of Rahadum would be able to give him that he couldn't get other places, right?
Well,
Apart
the
from throwing
the
manpower,
immediate
perhaps.
yeah, the immediate answer that comes to mind is simply that he needs a fighting force. That is almost always what you get out of influencing a large group of people is bodies, yeah, the manpower. But I don't know if he intends to use them like literally as soldiers or if he needs them for something else.
Yeah, hopefully we can find that information somehow. Perhaps his manner. Perhaps we
We
could get
totally
in.
have to go in. The guy that we talked to says he thinks he's not here right now.
Let's hope that he's right then.
Are we intending on actually infiltrating his residence?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds scary.
Women.
I don't think it's something I want to do specifically, at least not yet, but it might be the best course of action to get the information we need.
We would really need the assistance of magic here. I think all but Efoot here would struggle to like sneak around.
Well, I'm pretty sure that rabbit can sneak around.
And it's interesting too that you bring that up because there are wards on his manor as well.
Or what?
There's wards on his manor that would make it difficult to block extra dimensional travel.
How'd you figure that out?
Well, as I told you, I was speaking. One of my contacts here is a mage.
Hmm.
He didn't put them on directly, but he's done work in some of his neighbors and took note of them.
Well, I'm sure that while Cacklin is present, him detecting, intruders would be very easy given his, I'm sure, extraordinary senses. I don't know how well of a sentry his manservant is.
Well, and he's already has had people coming into the house. Some people coming and going as well. I mean, I can't imagine there's anything just entering would cause, but any sort of alarm. But yeah, certainly you'd have to be careful on the once you're inside. There may be other levels within.
Yeah. We need access to magic like invisibility, at the
Uh,
least.
I think we can provide you with that at least if you're wanting to uh, enter.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
a great, powerful, ancient dragon like that's not gonna be fooled by invisibility.
Right, but he's
Not
not
the
there.
dragon, but the butler.
I know, but any protection that he has on anything important.
Well, if he has wards or anything on the manor, it's to prevent entry from anything that he isn't like already equipped to deal with. But if he's not there, then we might be able to at least use invisibility to get in and get what we need.
Maybe we can try it. It's risky.
Well, I can craft some scrolls tonight for you if you'd like.
All right. If we're committing to it, then yes.
I don't have a better idea.
I think I have access to invisibility as a spell. I might be able to learn it from a scroll.
I can activate the scrolls if you can't.
I think
I
I
have
can learn it from a
UMD.
scroll because I have a
I
spell
think
book.
I think invisibility is on the Magus spell list as a level 2
Yeah.
spell. Yeah, it is. Um, he could also give you a scroll of invisibility sphere, which isn't on the Magus spell list, but is on the Bard spell list.
Yeah, that would be good for getting in.
Be close to each other? Gross.
We've spent more than enough time close to you, Efoot. So I guess that's what we're going to be doing next then, is trying to infiltrate the manor.
Okay, so you guys have any other like? He's willing to give you guys like a few different scrolls. Is there any other spells that you would want scrolls of?
Is silence? Maybe?
Unfortunately, I can't give you a
I
scroll of
can
silence.
deal with that one actually. I actually know silence.
Okay, there you go
Oh,
then.
good. If we're gonna make a bunch of racket, you can put silence down, and then we can do it.
Perhaps detect secret doors.
I think that's one he can give you.
I
Alchemist, bard,
guess.
psychic, sorc, wizard, witch.
Yeah,
Level 1.
he can give you a scroll to detect secret doors.
That may
Alright.
be useful.
He can give you a couple of
Probably
those.
need knock too.
Knock, he can give you a scroll of knock.
Nothing else quite comes to mind.
Disintegrate? No, I'm kidding.
It would be interesting though if we could like, I don't know, somehow put the manservant to sleep or something.
Um, might be able to give you something like that. It's not a for sure thing though, especially if coming casting off of a scroll.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can put him to sleep permanently.
Damn, son.
Mwahahaha. I mean, sorry, that was joking.
Okay. Well, I'll have some scrolls for you in the morning then.
Okay.
And he says he's gonna go get to work on those scrolls right now. Some of
Yep.
them some of them I should already have available. I should just be able to just it'll be a matter of fetching them out of my bag holding.
Yep, much appreciated.
All right, you guys do anything else for the night?
You know, scrolls don't just grow on trees. I do not have anything else.
Yeah, I didn't have anything else for the moment.
In fact, these scrolls do not grow on trees.
As I say, the joke is that scrolls kind of do grow on trees because it's just like paper, a type of paper, right?
These ones are parchment, which are made out of animal hide.
Oh, wow. They do not grow on trees.
It depends on I guess, on the scroll.
Okay, so we're we're gonna infiltrate the manor of crazy, powerful, wealthy magma dragon elf
Yeah, while he's gone.
lobbyist.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, this seems fine.
You guys can do night rest if you need to, and next morning, Gonk will have a scroll of knock, a scroll of invisibility sphere, 2 scrolls of detect secret doors, and a scroll of deep slumber.
Okay.
I'll put those in chat.
I will assume you guys are, for the most part, using those, as I don't have opposable thumbs to hold a scroll.
Yep.
I may be able to like do some finagling with like Mage Hand or something to hold it, or whatever that other spell is I have.
And the invisibility sphere doesn't work because I spelled it eye visibility.
No, we want invisibility, not
Makes
eye visible.
It makes you
Let's
more
see.
visible.
No.
When are you guys planning to go there, though?
When?
Yeah. You guys gonna go in the middle of the day?
I feel like the middle of the day is probably not a good time because all the guard, uh, Pure Legion people are gonna see us, and then we'll like become invisible, and they won't see us. And we're like, where did they go? That was suspicious.
I mean, the invisibility sphere lasts for
The
it's like
tens.
no, it's minutes, but it lasts for like 5 minutes, so maybe more than that. No, it's like 5 minutes.
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
There's no wrong answer. Well, there's
True.
answers that'll get you killed, but it'll be interesting. So in that sense, there's no wrong answers.
Hmm.
I wonder if we could like knock on the front door and then distract the butler somehow, get him either outside or inside, or so maybe outside, and he leaves the door open, then we can sneak in invisible while like one person distracts and sneaks in on their own after, or something like that. Where we let them in the back.
Yeah, you guys didn't go around the back, but presumably there might be back doors. Like there might be more than just that door. There's also windows.
Yeah, but I feel like the front door is like the least likely to have any kind of security on it because that people come and go through the front door.
And we could try to at least find some other entrances.
So I think there's two options. I think there's option one of distract the butler / put him to sleep when we knock on the door and go in through the front, or there's break in through the back or side door or some combination of sneaking in some way and distracting the butler or putting him to sleep. Because like yeah, okay, we can sneak in through the back and then the butler's right there and he like hits alarm button and then we're screwed. Right? So if we have a distraction, we know that he's like preoccupied.
Oh yeah, sorry. There was one other scroll. He gives you a scroll of knock. Oh no, I put knock in there. Never mind. Just kidding. I was reading through the list and didn't see knock, but it's at the front.
Knock it off.
I do like that Aoife did use the bardic knock, which is knocking at the door.
That is a good knock. I don't know. I think my best suggestion is what's my best suggestion? Why don't we just sneak in at night? He's an old butler. He's not gonna be awake late at night,
I mean,
right?
I
He'll be
was
asleep.
thinking that night was still the best option. I have dark vision
Yeah.
anyway.
I have dark vision as well.
Nighttime is good.
Okay. So we'll wait till night.
Okay. Yeah, just spend some time hanging out at the inn during those
Just in case.
just in case all night. Or you guys do anything else during the day?
Nope.
Were you gonna write your letter to Cacklin?
No, I mean, I don't think so. I don't think that we actually want like an audience with him.
No, but if you get a reply, we might know when he's gonna be back in town.
I guess so.
Or like where he is right now, perhaps. So we could get some more information that way, maybe. But it's not necessary.
I mean, I guess some correspondence isn't terrible.
There will be no face to put with the name unless he talks to his professor friend,
Yeah.
who he seems to not keep up with too much, so.
I guess I'll send the note just asking like when he'd be back in town to talk about to talk about like the Oath War and like the importance of the first law.
Do you give like a return address for him to contact you back?
Hmm.
Just put the inn address, but not like your room number, and the inn can get it to you, perhaps.
I mean, I asked the university if they would be able to like hold the note for me and like if I came back, tell me if it was returned.
Okay.
Yeah, just have that professor. Let him know.
Doctor Toldishi.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird though. Like, well, why don't you just have it sent to your room at the inn that you're staying at?
Because we might
I
not
know,
be
like-
there anymore. Also, that might give his location away.
Yeah, it's just Shazra said like he's not limiting his vacation, so he should have a address here permanent enough to get a note. So it just doesn't make sense to me like why you would have it delivered anywhere other than where you're staying.
I don't know. I feel like
Is
it's,
there no P.O. boxes we can rent?
Could maybe do something like that.
Perhaps you should.
When you send it out, you just say return. Put the return address as like the post office in Nazir.
You could do
Sure.
that. I was gonna say you could just hand deliver the note, and then the butler may say when he's gonna come back, or when he might get back to you.
And we'll say like we'll hold on to it. You'll have to check back every once in a while because we'll only hold on to it for about a month at the longest.
Yeah, or do that.
If you're not back, if you don't pick it up within a month, we're not guaranteeing that we'll hold on to it. We might, but we might have to throw it out if we have too much volume, or it might get lost. We'd only guarantee it for 1 month because they're used to doing stuff like this sometimes for merchants.
Yeah, do that. That works.
Okay. So you send a note asking if he'd be willing to like meet with you. You're a student that wants to talk
Yeah.
with him about the Oath Wars. You talk with Dr. Toldishi, and he highly recommended speaking with you, something along those lines. Okay. You send it out then. It'll get delivered to his
Yeah.
estate probably within a couple days at most.
Otherwise,
Maybe
I don't know what else to do till
maybe
night.
even the same day, but probably not till tomorrow.
Maybe there's like a library we can go do some research. I like reading books.
Books are boring.
I refuse to read books because it ruins the movie.
Amorcia taught me that's not true, but
We don't have to like full on go step by step through all this, but I think if we're not doing anything else during the day, I'd like to see if there's like a Azir library, and then I'd like to do some research on things like the political systems and the like how the council stuff exactly works, which I think we have an idea of, but just to see if there's anything like maybe we don't know about. And maybe there's any history on like the powerful like families in this area. So basically, like I want to try and gain some like knowledge, nobility, and
Sure.
knowledge politics.
Okay. I mean, you do so. You go look up some of that stuff.
Okay.
You find out some of the you find out basically where all the councils are from. There's the ones that are in cities of Botsani, Azir, Maniket, Haldun, and Shepherd's Rock. And then there are Also, 4 different ones from some of the nomadic tribes that live um, within the desert and mountains.
Okay, I actually need to take notes. So it's 4 from nomadic tribes,
hmm And 5 from various city states.
and then 5 from city states, and they were Haldun. Was that one?
Yep. Halden,
Botani, which I can't see because our names are over it.
Azir,
Azir,
Shepherd's Rock, and
some rock.
Maniket.
Yeah, Shepherd. Where's Shepherd? Oh, there. Okay, Shepherd's Rock. And Maniket. Okay, just because in my mind this is going to come down to a Pedriarch is trying to influence 5 of the 9 to get his candidate as the speaker. So we probably need to start like counting votes and figuring out who's voting for who. Like I feel like that's coming up in a session or two.
Yeah, Shepherd's Rock is also notably the headquarters of the Legion of Man. Like it's the main like center of that uh, like town is the fortress by the same name.
Okay, and Legion of Man is the same thing as the other Legion.
The Pure Legion, yeah, same thing.
Okay.
Their
That's
leader, the
what I
position
thought.
for the person who's the head of the Pure Legion, is the Sword of Man. That's why I got mixed up with my phrasing there. Because yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're the Pure Legion is what the name of them is, but the leader of them is the Sword of Man, who currently is Karsakim, is his name. However, a lot of what um, Karsakim basically has to directly answers to uh, the speaker of the first law. So even though he's like the head there, it's like that's who his boss is.
Okay. Cool. That yeah. I sense politics coming in the near future. I mean, we're already there, but more politics.
Yeah, we're definitely already there.
Okay, so that's the and do I find out from some of my research, is it to elect the speaker of the first law, is that a majority vote of the council members, or is it like whoever has the most votes? If like someone votes for like someone gets 3, someone gets 2, 2, 2, 1, or whatever.
There's like a um, there's like a runoff election. If they usually one person will get the majority, but if someone doesn't get the majority, they do a runoff election with the two top.
Like the 2 top ones and just whoever gets
Mhm.
the majority at that point. Okay.
Yeah, but in the case if it's a 3-3-3 tie, then they have to do like a ranked choice, basically.
Okay.
And if it's still tied, then actually the Sword of Man um, gets to decide the tiebreaker, but it's basically never happened.
It's funny that
Cool.
the Sword of Man is like some kind of political organization.
It's normally doesn't really have. It's normally just like the head of the. It's like one of his only like political powers within um,
Isn't the
the
tiebreaker
system. There is in
tiebreaker?
that tiebreaker. Yeah,
I just think it's funny because we're playing a game where it's like mostly swords and sorcery, and the Sword of Man is a political tool.
Well, no, he's mostly militaristic. It's just this is his only political thing. Everything else is normal, like military leader.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
I hope to swing my sword and use it to decide a political tiebreaker by probably killing something or somebody.
Sure.
Yeah.
It might happen. All right, so gets towards the
Yep.
evening. What do you guys? How are you guys planning to do this?
I don't think we can just walk down the street.
Well, it's
Cool.
evening, right?
Yeah.
How well lit are the streets?
We're in the rich area if we're there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably there's good lighting.
Is there?
Yep.
I had to
Are
assume.
people
There's
not allowed to walk around at night?
there is no
They-
curfew or anything, no. But
We
yeah.
are allowed to walk around at night, but if we are walking around and then suddenly disappear, that might be a bit suspicious.
But we'll be disappeared, so they won't find us, so it don't matter anyways. What are they gonna do? Raise the alarms of the whole town and wake everybody up?
I mean, we could probably find a spot between two different manors' walls.
Where there aren't guards nearby.
Just cause a distraction, and then we disappear.
But you probably should make sure you have what you're planning to do during that 5 minutes of invisibility.
Are we good? Try and sneak in through the back. Is that the plan? Breaking and entering. We're gonna do a B&E.
I think we should try and find like another entrance, or just try and like go through the front door without getting their attention.
Well, there was a separate building, a smaller building, and then yeah, that yeah.
Um,
I'm just thinking how big that yard is. We can maybe sneak into that building first. I mean, we don't know where the butler stays, so we might as well just
say that
don't-
maybe the butler's residence.
maybe.
I would imagine that the butler has to hear like the door being, the cord being pulled, right, to signal someone's at the door, and then wherever they
night.
are, like, yeah, but it would probably still take him some time to do that, right? But we're not going to pull the cord. Instead, what I think we should do is we should just cast knock on the door and open it, and then like under the cover of invisibility just go in.
Hmm.
Sure. Aloha Mora.
That's what I would do.
And what if that doesn't work? What if there's like
What
some
if he has
spell or
an
protection on
alarm
it?
up?
Then you cast silence.
That's true. Put down silence.
Uh,
Wait, would knock still work under silence?
Yeah, why not?
How do you cast it?
well,
mean,
here's
We're not going
'Cause
to
you gotta
cast it
read the
while we're
scroll.
silenced,
Okay.
but we can
silence
move
takes
around with.
time to cast.
It's just one full round. So he casts knock, then you cast silence, then we open the door.
What if the alarm goes when he casts knock? I think
Yeah, but
I
doesn't
cast
the
silence.
alarm spell work as like a mental alarm, not an actual
It
Well,
noise alarm?
no, I'm saying what if there's
yeah,
like
so silencing
an
it wouldn't
actual
do
security
anything.
alarm?
Well,
Technology
we
in
can-
Galarian? Wait, what?
No, like what if there's something that like
A
when
dog.
a
It's
door
gonna
is
eat
open,
you.
it
Yeah.
rings bells or something
It's gonna go for you first 'cause you're
mechanically.
smallest.
I think the mental alarm only works alerts you and only you so long as you remain within 1 mile of the warded area.
Eh.
So for the mental one, if it's just unless he's using something like higher than the normal alarm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the plan is we go invisible, I cast silence on us so we're quiet. And then whoever wants to cast knock steps out of the invisibility and silence briefly to cast it. and then goes back into the cover of the invisibility and silence.
You can't
Your silence
go
doesn't
back
move,
into the
does it?
invisibility sphere.
Is that
Yeah,
not how that works? Okay.
No, you can't. Yeah. So
Is
the
the
silence radiates around
invisibility
you.
sphere bigger than the radius of the silence?
No, the silence is bigger than the invisibility sphere.
Dang it. Okay, we have to put it on 2 different people, okay?
I
And
think
we
the
do a Venn
silence will be
diagram.
more useful when we get inside
we
the
do
building.
a Venn diagram formation
Yeah, just do
where
the
most of
invisibility
us are
sphere,
in the 2,
go up to the
and then
door, knock
Yeah.
it,
no,
and then silence, and then
Venn diagram. We have to make this as complicated as possible. We do a Venn diagram of invisibility sphere
I don't think so.
and
Besides,
silence,
I don't think we're gonna have enough time to actually do this
where the
anyway.
person casting knock is the one that
Not
has the
tonight.
invisibility on them. They cast the knock outside of silence, and they move into the silence afterwards. Perfect.
Knock has a pretty long range, I think.
Oh my god. I can hold off on the silence until, but like if some noise happens or something, we're gonna wish it was on to begin with.
So what? We have one scroll of invisibility sphere. Is that what it is?
I believe so. Was it 1 invisibility sphere, 2 detect secret door, 1 or 2 knock, and a deep slumber?
Uh,
I put it in chat.
I
can't
do
I-
have vanish. Granted, I can only vanish for 4 rounds, but that
Yep,
also
knock, invisibility sphere, 2 detect secret doors, and a deep slumber.
Yep.
How many silences do you have access to?
I see the loop
Uh,
file thing, but I can't look at it. It says link state unlinked.
Wait, what can you not see?
The loot pile.
Oh yeah, the loot pile is broken right now. They haven't updated the module for it either, so I have not been able to.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's
Will didn't
just
put it in loot, he put it in chat.
yeah. I didn't actually put any scrolls in there. I wish I could have. I just put the names of the scrolls in chat. So if you want to add them to your sheet, you'll have to pull them from the compendium.
I gotcha.
If you just pull the spell from the compendium into your items, it should let you add it as a scroll.
As for how many silences I have, however many
I
level
think
2
we should just
spellcasts I
get
have,
up to the gate.
Okay, so more than 1.
Pop invisibility
I'm a
sphere,
spontaneous.
and then go
Yeah.
in, knock the door, and then go in and silence as needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys cast invisibility probably somewhere more out of sight.
Yeah.
It has 5-minute duration, I think. So
Yeah, we can. That's plenty of
Yeah,
time.
just before we're going to like put ourselves in an exposed situation.
okay. Fortunately, the gate is not closed at the front. There is still like it looks like there's only 1 guard posted there this time instead of 2 in the evening here. But yeah, he's sitting by the gate or standing by the gate, kind of keeping an eye out on the. But he doesn't see you because you guys are invisible. I'm gonna play you guys to a map.
Okay.
Okay.
Fog of War working all right on this map, hopefully.
It is loading, so it's working perfectly. Can't see a thing.
Fair enough.
Working as expected. Ooh, nice.
Yes, fog is working well.
Well, that's a nice little
So-
star in a fountain.
Yeah, there's like a little star fountain hedge thing. Over here is where that little other separate building is. And
Yeah, it seems
there's
like
a
probably a
pond over
tool
here.
shed or something.
And then this is the front door right up here. But yeah, it does look there's a path that goes around the back too.
Wait, did
I
all my
don't
notes
know
just get
directions.
deleted? Do
You
notes
guys
not
want to
save here?
head toward the back, maybe?
I had
They
all
sh-
my notes written down and they just disappeared.
Maybe you didn't
Lol.
hit enter or something. I don't know. Did you have them on your sheet? Is that
Yeah,
where it
because
was?
I didn't hit the save button, I guess. I had it in edit mode still.
Mm,
And it timed out or something? I don't know. Anyways,
I don't
the one
know.
time I try and take notes, that's all I'm saying.
Unfortunate.
It's
I'll
called
take
paper and
the
pen on your desk.
brief version of 4 nomad tribe, 5 city states, and the names are there somewhere on the map. Main cities on map. Great.
All right, Gary, get your silence up. He's gonna knock it. Knock
Don't
it
knock it
down
till you
like the
try it.
Kool-Aid man. That's what we should do. Just screw knock. Let's just burst through it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so somebody's using the scroll of knock.
It's does Bard have knock? I think they do.
I don't know, but I can always UMD it. I have a +10.
I'm pretty sure knock is on the bard spell list.
It's not, but it is on the psychic spell list.
Oh, it's on the
but
psychic spell list, but he's
he
also
can't. Well, I don't know. Actually, the components only require verbal. He doesn't need to move his hands around. He just needs to talk.
Just
Well,
hold it for him, and
psychics
he
also
can
replace verbal
read
with
it.
emotion or something.
Thought,
and-
anyways. Yeah.
So he should be able to activate it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll just hold the scroll for him.
Okay.
Read that
will-
magic.
Read the magic. Per spell, read magic, even though I don't need that, I don't think, because I know the spell.
You technically do need read magic to read scrolls.
Yeah, but if I know what it is because it's on my spell list and I recognize it, then
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So this
I
is
think
a
I can just
scroll.
activate it.
So it's coming off. It does a caster level check versus the lock rather.
Oh boy.
If there is a lock, with a +10 bonus. So I don't know if you have anything else that helps with that. If you have like any abilities to boost caster level checks,
When using scrolls.
you just have one versus SR, or you have one that lets you roll twice for SR, but I don't think you have anything that does it otherwise, right?
Blah 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 blah. What's this one? I can overcome mind affecting not working on plants.
So go ahead and roll a d20 plus 13.
13?
Yep.
Why 13? What's
The caster level of the scroll plus 10.
He did a 3rd level. I do?
The door clicks unlocked.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, do you have your silence up
Nope.
before we open it?
I will
I don't know.
cast.
It's up to you.
Yeah, sure, I'll cast silence. I don't care. It takes a round.
Okay.
Alright.
And you cast your silence spell silently because you're a psychic caster.
Oh, and it gives me a thing to place. That's cool. Congratulations, Shazra. You are now silence master.
Oh,
That's fine.
finally, the ringing in my ear has stopped.
That's so cool. I click the spell to use it, and it gives me this
It gave you a
AOE
targeting
to place
reticle.
down.
Yeah,
That's
some of the
so
spells,
neat.
some spells do that automatically. Just depends if it's configured to do so properly, I guess. Okay. And you guys open the door then?
Silently.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, also, I prestidigitate my hair a different color. Maybe
Just
he
in
won't
case.
recognize me. Yeah, yeah. I don't want him to go like, you! I want him to go like, you? Hmm.
Who are you? Can't be that same goblin.
I don't think
right?
it matters what your hair color is when we're doing a B&E.
I've only seen one
It
other
might
goblin
matter, okay?
in the last like 3 months. Could you be the same goblin? Okay,
They all
you
look
guys
the same.
see like a grand hall kind of here. Looks like there's 2 like closet doors off to the side here, on either side. Looks like there is some like fine like taxidermized animals along the
Rich people
wall.
stuff.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
All of us.
Everyone can roll a perception check.
Anyone who is using
Let's
their
see,
eyes.
Perception.
Anybody who has
It's a
eyes.
skill that I don't have any ranks in on this character.
We can't perceive by our ears, so yeah.
I cannot see anything further than 60 feet from me, though.
Yep.
So I can't see the end.
Wait, is it
Until I
dark?
move in.
It is. It's not dark in the building. It's actually lit up in here.
Okay, I have dark
There's like a
vision, apparently.
chandelier that has lights, and looks like there's some lights on some of these end tables as well. Like the map's fairly accurate. I'll note if there's anything standing out that, well, that's definitely not correct, but yeah, but you see there's some stairs that lead up, and it looks like there's up to another level. There's a couple hallways that lead down to in a bigger hallway over to the right, smaller hallway to the left. Maybe you guys can't actually see that where you're currently at, but once you guys walk into the room a little bit, or the hallway a little bit more, you'll see that.
In we go.
Ooh. Green decor.
And
is-
Shazra and Vadir, you do notice though, you see one of those crows with the masks perched outside again still, but it looks like it's watching as you go in there, but it doesn't do anything. Billy doesn't see it because it's too far away.
Oh yeah. You know, admittedly, I had forgotten about the psychopomps.
Oh, they're watching us.
Sees one of the psychobombs. Looks like it sees you guys walking in. It does, but it doesn't seem like it does anything. It doesn't move to like it doesn't look
What?
like it's coming off to alert
Can see
anyone. It looks
invisibility?
like it's observing you. Eerily, yes, it looks like it can. Perhaps. Maybe it's just a
It
coincidence. It's hard to tell because it's wearing a mask,
it
but it's
sees the
looking.
door
At
open,
least
so
sees the
either way, it's
door
staring
open.
at the door open. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, we never followed up on whatchamacallit, seeing those psychopomps there. I'm just now remembering that Pluto had us make a whatchamacallit,
It's
a roll to see
fine.
if we knew what they were.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it's no worries.
I guess we'll find out.
I don't need you guys to like follow every lead I throw in front of you. So I guess I'm gonna say, since we know Grim's not gonna be here, I'm gonna say Malice is not with you guys.
Oh,
Burp. So I don't have to NPC him.
I hope we. I don't know. I'm like I wonder how long we're gonna be in here. I guess if we don't need him, then
Maybe he's hanging
not
out and keeping
long.
watch out. He's keeping watch outside at the moment. So if you need to, he can come barreling in or something. I don't know.
So I guess we'll just choose a direction to go. Should we just go up? Let's just go up for the most like important part of the place, I guess.
Is it? I mean, well, we're trying to get information, which means we're going to his like study, right? So
I think so.
yeah. Is there like a roadmap? Is there like a signs?
Nothing
Labels
that
over the
stands out.
doors? No.
He said the only thing you guys see so far is there's some hallways with doors in them. So let's see here. I can reveal a little bit more of the hallways here. Um, so yeah, you look down. It looks like the hallway to the left kind of turns, but you see a set of double doors, two single doors on the north wall, and then another set of double doors, and then the hallway turns. And on the other side, on the wider hallway, you see there's a couple seats at the end of it, and there's 2 double doors on either side of that hallway as well. And then
Mm.
in this kind of grand hall you're in, you see there is one door besides the 2 closet doors that are close to the entrance here. There's one door where they have that kind of eagle rug over on the left side there. It probably doesn't actually look like a eagle, as it's depicted in this map, but there would be like a rug there.
Okay.
I say we go to the double doors because we can hit 2 birds with 1 stone. Just open all the doors at once and see what happens.
And then yeah, the stairs look like leads. They probably both lead up to like a area above the.
Double doors, like what, over here?
Yeah. Double doors are always important. It's got to be like a dining and a kitchen. That's very important.
I mean, I don't think that's where this guy's study would be, though. I have a feeling that it's up here.
But there'll be food.
Yeah,
And
but
it'll
we
go
only
to
have
waste
5
if we don't eat it.
minutes on this invisibility sphere. We have to move quickly. I think we'll be very lucky if we manage to find the room we need and then have time on this invisibility sphere to get out with it too. I say we should go upstairs.
We may need to escape out the back when the time comes.
Likely.
Let's not go past that guard. But yeah, sure.
Wait, guard, what?
The guard at
In
the front.
Oh,
At the gate.
yeah, we'll worry about him later.
Okay, upstairs we start making our way.
You guys go upstairs. Okay.
Bo, 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 bo.
Whee! I like this map maker. They got some taste.
Be DM Andy on Patreon.
Yeah. This is like some Resident Evil shit building style though. I feel like yeah.
All right, so yeah, this kind of spirals around and this is like a railing instead of like a normal wall, so you can look down
Mhm.
onto the floor below you. Yep, a little bench here, double door, another double door, smaller hallway that leads into some more rooms. Off to the left on this map, over to, I guess as you're coming up, it'd be more to your right. With some more, couple sets of single doors down there.
Wait, what's this at the end?
That would be an end table of some sort.
And there's like doors here.
There are a
Oh,
set of
it's
double
a
doors there. Yep.
window with curtains. Okay.
I'm assuming this is a door here too.
Yep, that is another set of double doors.
I think we should try these doors.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we try to open them?
We have the
Yep.
silence with us.
The
Get
silence
over
would have
here,
worn off
rabbit.
by now because the
Oh,
silence only
yeah.
lasts for rounds.
Oh.
But if you
That's
need it,
right.
you could cast it again.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like the door's locked though.
That's good.
So do you open it?
Yes.
So this looks like um Yeah, it's got like a kind of a table, couch. It's got it looks like it's like living quarters, and then over on the other side, there's like a fireplace. It's not actually lit though. There's a bed in here. This almost looks like
Mhm.
it could be like um maybe like
Guest room.
perhaps like a guest suite even.
Yeah, because they got their own dining table.
And it's all like very well like it doesn't look like it's been that anybody's been in here for a while. But it looks like it's like when you walk into like when you first walk into a hotel room, kind of like everything's immaculate looking.
Mhm.
Uh, probably more immaculate looking than this map's depicting.
I
Are there any like
will look around. I will rummage through things.
yeah, are there any like I don't know, visible journals or books or papers?
Nope. There is another door though that up to um
Oh yeah,
on the
a
far end over
walk-in
there.
closet
Let's
or
I guess
adjoining room.
let's try it real quick.
Okay. And in there, it looks like it's like a workshop.
Oh, ooh.
Let's take a look inside. Look for anything like journals, books, or papers. Anything with notes on them.
What do they make in here? Clothes?
It looks like this is mostly like as it's not quite what's depicted in here. It looks like most of the stuff here is
Are
writing and
those
drawing
Power Girl
materials.
outfits? What am I looking at? Those are
I don't know what they're
dresses.
supposed to be, but
They're
yeah,
dresses,
they're
yeah.
probably supposed to be dresses. But so this would probably, but in this case, I'm saying what it is instead is it looks like it has like um, like drawing and writing supplies. Like
Mm.
there are some like books piled up in here as well. But yeah, it looks like there's like a note sitting, like a letter maybe sitting on the desk.
Take a look at it.
Okay, it says like, dear Cacklin, thank you so much for your hospitality and your support in the upcoming election.
Bum bum
I'm looking
bum.
forward to continuing to work with you and with for like a better future of Rahadum. It was a pleasure meeting you in Karsakin.
Is there a name?
Yeah, it's signed by Finnis.
Oh, okay. We already knew about him.
Fence, yeah.
It's proof, though. I mean, not that there's anything illegal going on here, but it's proof of what's happening.
In what was it, Karsakim?
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been there yet, right?
Karsakin's a person.
Oh,
This is in the Patausi place we were at before.
Well, that's where Finnis was. Karsakim would ring a bell to Billy because he was just researching this. He would know that Karsakim is the current Sword of Man, leader of the Rahadum
Oh
Pure
yeah, that's
Legion.
right. I wrote that down and I lost it.
so he's a military figure.
Yep, he's the leader of the Rahadum military slash police.
Okay. Let's keep looking while we have invisibility. We probably need to go out of this room.
You probably only have like another like minute or two of invisibility anyway.
Yeah, we gotta be quick.
I mean, we can just walk around not invisible.
Right, but I mean, we want to take advantage of like being invisible.
We want to find the butler if we can while we're invisible.
To put him to sleep.
Yeah, or make sure we know where he is so we know where to not go.
All right, so go around here.
I
There's
kind of
another
hope we don't
door.
run into him at all.
He's probably downstairs. I mean, if his responsibility is to get to a door, it would probably be close to the door.
True. That would make sense.
So there's some more doors down this hallway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 doors along this hallway, all single doors.
Oh my god, so many doors.
And then there's the
We
double
need more
doors that attack
doors.
the other direction.
Let's go try the double doors.
Okay.
Double doors sound important, especially if they're on the second story.
This door leads to a library with its
Okay,
own
well
set
that's
of
not bad.
stairs.
It's pretty
And you
good.
never
Spiral
saw
down.
Billy again.
He doesn't
I'm the
like
reading
libraries.
rabbit. I'll just stay in the library and read. Not really, but I'm sure there's lots of interesting books in here.
And
I
yeah,
hope so.
there's no actual lighting going on in here right now, so the only lighting you have is coming in from like the windows.
Well, luckily, I think most of us have dark
But
vision, so we can
I
just
think
read in
everybody
darkness.
but Vandir has dark vision and Vandir has low light vision, so he can still probably see from like moonlight coming through the windows. And still see fairly well.
Oh, let's start looking around the library then.
Book.
Are there any books noticeably like open or recently looks like they've been recently accessed?
All right, I will look around.
Anything on the table?
I don't care if I like misplace things. Like it's gonna be obvious someone was here when we leave.
Okay. Yep. So you're looking around, and this looks
Okay.
like a fairly boring library, at least when you're.
Dang, all libraries are boring if you ask me.
Well, but yeah, but Billy's like, I don't see. He's like, maybe there's some ancient books here, or
Maybe
something
there's a secret
super
door in here.
esoteric.
Do we need to use one of those scrolls? If I were I'd put a secret door behind a bookshelf. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, the detect secret doors works in a 60-foot cone, but I think it works
It lasts
for a
minutes,
certain
I
amount of
believe.
time.
So, that's on the psychic list.
It
I
lasts
might.
for 1 minute because it's a level. It's just
Oh,
there's a scroll, but
I might cast that and like look around this room and the room next door very
okay.
quickly that we were just in.
Okay, you do so and do not detect any secret doors in
Dang
this
it.
library. At least not on this floor.
Yeah, maybe it's upstairs.
We are upstairs.
We are upstairs, but
Oh wait, these stairs go down. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's downstairs.
My guess is this extended library or something down there.
Yeah, probably.
okay. So you guys go down the stairs then.
No. We were just saying we.
I
we're
will poke
guessing
my
that's
head
probably what's going on.
downstairs.
Okay, well he's gonna do it.
Is it more library downstairs if I just go down far enough to see?
It's hard to tell because it's a spiral staircase. You
Yeah, I'll
can't
keep
really.
going down.
Okay. If you go down the stairs, then yes, it's more library.
I will use my perception to look for anything suspicious down here, like secret areas, maybe, or books that are suspicious, like out on a study table.
You don't see any. You do see there looks like there is like a more proper like study area or like a place where someone might sit while they're reading. But there's some
But
like
there's nothing like.
comfy looking chairs over by a fireplace that's not currently lit.
Okay. I'll come back up and just be like, it's more library, boring books.
But while you're down there, you
Oh.
still have to detect secret doors. You do detect
Oh.
a secret door, not in the library though. It seems like it's.
Ooh.
How does this work? You have to concentrate, right? But you detect there is a presence of a secret door as you're like, going down the stairs towards the
Mm.
north. Once you concentrate on it.
Yeah, I don't know how the spell works, but I'll concentrate to try and identify where it's at. And like pinpoint it or something.
It seems like it would be in the room across the hall from the library
Okay,
on the first
I
floor.
scurry back upstairs when the spell runs out and I tell them, guys, I found a secret room with this scroll. Come, follow me.
All right, let's go check it out.
And I'm saying this in their head all excited, so it's not actually loud.
Sure.
And then we go downstairs and go towards that room, I guess outside it, to see if we want to like go in or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pull you guys the other map here in a second.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so now we're here, and I say, in the room across the hall, there's a secret door. Secret room.
Okay.
Say, use your opposable thumbs.
Yeah, I'll open the door.
The one to the hallway that opens up, and then when you try the one over here, though, it's locked.
These doors are locked.
Those doors are locked.
And we only had one scroll of knock.
Correct.
Correct.
Does anybody have any skill with opening locked doors?
I'm sorry, any what?
Ability to unlock doors.
I have a mud buddy.
Lock picking. Ran across
I
our
do
greatest
not
nemesis.
have the ability to disable
A locked door.
uh,
I'm also too small to break it. I'm not strong enough.
I got AFK for a second while you guys are thinking about how to deal with this door.
this is too tough.
We are
I got nothing.
Our knock. And we only had one knock?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we still have... We'll silence and then just break the door. Do we
Yeah.
have somebody strong?
That sounds like the best option. I mean,
Who's
if
strong?
all of us try to break the door, we should be able to do it.
True. Assist. Yeah.
I'm a bunny. I'll cast the silence. You guys break.
I scream at you, put your back into it, but you can't hear me, so...
Okay, well, I will get that ready for when Pluto is back. And I will put another annoying thing on the map for him to deal with. I have 2 more silences left. Or, level 2 spells.
What are your other spells for level 2?
Mud Buddy,
Uh-huh.
which is the
Very proud.
greatest spell. And I have Mental Block, that one that disabled the dragon's abilities. Yeah, that one's pretty good.
No, that was a cool spell actually. I liked that one.
I've never seen it before. It's super nifty. So we decided the plan of action is I cast another silence on this time we just put it on the floor in front of the door. And we're
Okay.
gonna try and bash it down in the silence.
All right. I like it.
And by we, I mean the not small bunnies are
let
gonna try
XP
and
have
bash it
strength.
down.
I grab the
So,
bunny and bash him against
Mostly
the door.
Shazra and Vandir probably, because I think they're the... And I don't think Vandir's even that strong either, actually. So mostly Shazra probably. Actually, none of you guys are really that strong, are you?
No,
Not
not
really.
Now that I
particularly.
think about it, Shazra and Vandir are both dex-based characters, I believe. If I remember right.
But with great effort.
All right.
3, 2, 1, everyone smash into the door.
Yeah!
All right.
Oh boy.
That was my average, alright? You got a pretty decent amount of me.
Anybody else want to try to do a strength check to break through the door?
Oh, I didn't roll mine. God, I gotta roll a 20.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the door budges.
Okay,
But
do we have an
you have a
axe?
silence spell, so
You can try again.
an axe might work.
I don't know.
I'd like
I don't
to,
have a
Otherwise, you
Mr.
can
I'd like
try
to
again.
ask you a question.
I just have a sling.
You know the silence only lasts for like 24 seconds, but
Yeah, here, I'll bash into it.
We'll just keep kicking at it.
2 minus 1 is 1.
It's bound
I'm
to.
pushing with
it's
all my
bound
bunny power. Oh,
Oh, shit.
no!
We're getting worse.
It's so much worse.
all right. You've only used up half the duration of the silence spell, so
No.
Wait. But Vandir didn't roll again.
okay. Maybe he's got it.
Ron, please save us.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
mean,
boy.
that's a reasonable roll, but
No.
not
no,
enough to break through
no.
this door. It's a pretty
All right,
sturdy double door here.
I back up and then I run at it with all my force. Ooh.
Okay. Efoot. I don't know where you got this ability from, but somehow you managed to put
I
enough of
used
your
my head.
shoulder into it. Your head. Yeah. How are we gonna use your head? But I don't want to use my head.
Like literally, I used my head.
Okay. But the door breaks open with still a round of silence to spare.
Nice.
And there's the butler sleeping.
No.
Oh, okay.
That would have been pretty funny though.
More stairs.
He just happens to lock his door when he sleeps.
What a wild fireplace.
And then, unbeknownst to the butler, the secret room is in his chambers.
All right, so what you see in here, it looks like it's almost like a hunter's trophy room, kind of. There's like a couple of like taxidermized wolves, some like animal skin carpets. There's
Ooh,
a
pull
big
the antlers.
there's a big like brass statue of like what looks like someone's head in the back there, and there looks like there's a skeleton of like maybe a dragon, but it looks like it's probably more like a wyvern.
Okay.
But yeah, you bust the door open.
Well, since I made that effort, I might as well go in and appreciate.
Okay.
Look for a
myself.
secret door.
As you do, something happens.
Eh!
The head
Uh-oh.
on the statue over there, like it stands up with like these like spider legs underneath it, looking towards you.
It was a statue, guys. We fell into the trap.
And the two wolf statue or wolf like taxidermized wolves, uh, like spring out as well.
Rule number 1.
Oh, I'll
No
be fine.
statues.
Don't
All
worry
right,
about me.
everybody can roll initiative.
Okay.
There is no active combat.
Oh yeah, you can't roll initiative yet. I lied. Okay, now you can roll initiative. You can roll initiative, he says, as they're literally not able to roll initiative.
Mhm.
That was a test.
Okay. All right, so this thing gets to go first, it looks like. So it is going to it's going to like crawl forward off of its little perch here. and it's going to shoot a firebolt at Efoot.
Oh, I'm a dead goblin.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're not finding the wyvern coming to life.
It
It's
didn't
a
come to life.
statue in the back.
Statue
Okay.
in the
I
back.
mean, it's
Okay,
chained
just
down,
making sure.
so we'll be
All right,
fine.
So it shoots like a
I don't know
ray.
your chain
It
bones.
shoots like a ray of fire at you. Does 20 hit your touch AC?
Yeah.
You took 1 fire damage.
Woo! Not so bad.
Nope. And that's all it does for its turn. Shazra, you're up. So remember, you guys are still under
Yeah,
a silence
silence.
effect too for the moment.
Yeah, you're welcome for that.
Can I 5-foot step here?
Sure. And yeah, you see this wolf has started moving. It looks like it's about to pounce onto Efoot.
Okay. I swift action enhance the blade. Give it that +1.
Okay.
And I'll just attack it. I don't think I have any buffs on, so that should be fine. Weapon is acting as a +2 at the moment.
Okay. That will miss, unfortunately. Yeah.
Okay, that's my turn.
Ricochets off of its hide. Okay. That's gonna be, which one is this? Okay, the one that you just tried to attack. It's going to turn its attention to you since you tried to attack it with a single attack. Does a 16 hit Shazra?
No.
Okay, so it misses then. I need to pull the combat tracker out into its own window here. All right, Efoot, you're up now. Still under silence for the moment, but that's only going to last one more round.
Uh-huh. Oh, dilly-dally.
Although maybe it only lasts you one more round. Could be a bad thing.
This is true. I am going to provoke, because I'm going to move out of a threatened square.
Not 5-foot stepping?
No, because I want to get all the way out here.
Okay, it's going to take an attack of opportunity on you then. Does a 12 hit?
What, my AC? No, that misses.
Okay, it misses then.
Okay, and then I'm going to inspire courage.
How?
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to inspire courage.
Awkward.
I try to inspire courage anyways.
I mean, if you have a visual based performance instead, you could. But I don't know if you have a visual based performance.
Not a skill rank in any kind of visual performance, no.
Okay.
Okay, well, as I try to speak and inspire, I realize it's not working, so I will, like, withdraw my sling as I move and then load it. I'll grab, like, some little trophy on this table or end table or something. I'll just grab it
Okay.
and use it.
Use that as a bullet.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Do slings work that way? You have to like load it as an action. Is it like crossbows?
Yeah, it takes a move to load it.
Dang. Okay. All
That's
right.
why they're not great, because they also do low damage, so they're not ideal at all.
So Billy, you got because it was cast outside of initiative. Basically, you kind of still have the current silence is going to last through this turn, but you're a psychic
Sure.
caster anyway. So what would you like to do?
Uh,
If you wanted to, you could start casting the silence. It'll be like a slight
I
downtime,
know.
but not enough that any sound would get out to alert anyone. Probably.
That's
But this
kind of
is
what I
when
was thinking. Is I would cast silence on myself, and that's a full round action, or not? It's a
it's a 1 round action. Yeah,
it is a 1 round. So then
there
there
would
would be
technically
downtime.
there will technically be a very small amount of downtime, but it'd be like a second or so.
Oh, is it gonna end right before my next turn?
It's gonna end basically right at the beginning of the next round, but um, yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of awkward because it got cast outside of combat.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that's fair. Uh, yeah, we better stay quiet. I'll cast silence on myself as the target. I'll
okay,
begin casting.
Vandir, you're up.
Oh, can I also 5 foot step closer with that?
Sure.
No,
Okay.
that's not the measurement. Do that every time. And oh, I'll need a measure. Come on. This only move or okay. Sheet. Okay. Guess my sheet's not gonna work, but whatever.
No, you can just manually roll it if it's not
No.
cooperating. If you have it externally too.
I'm gonna attack this one.
Okay, that'll hit.
That'd be a 20.
That still
I
hits.
okay.
Okay, takes that 8 damage.
That's all.
And yeah, you could see as you've hit it, you can tell it's not like a real wolf,
Mhm.
or like at least not like a normal living wolf.
Not flesh and blood.
Well, it looks like it's like partially a real wolf, but it's like I said, it's taxidermized.
Oh,
It's
Those
like
eyeballs aren't real.
the eyes aren't real. Yeah, yeah. Its insides aren't real. As you slash it, it just has like um, it's like hollowed out and hardened.
Dude, taxidermy is super creepy.
It really is.
It really is.
All right. It's going to attack you back with a slam. Does a 15 hit?
Mm,
Wait, I think
no.
okay. So it misses. All right. That's its turn. The little head with the spider legs underneath it this gets to go in round 2 here. And technically, the silence is off for a moment, but it's like flickering out at the moment. So this thing is going to shoot a. It's going to shoot a ray at Shazra because it doesn't know that Shazra resists fire. Does a 26 hit Shazra's touch AC? I'm assuming it
Yes.
does. And you take no damage because you resist it, but he does 1 fire damage to you as well.
Okay.
And then he's going to scuttle closer over here. And that's his turn. Shoots a ray and then moves up next to you. And as the silence wears off, you can hear that it is like putting out like kind of a loud almost like siren noise.
I don't suppose you have another silence, do you?
He's in the middle of casting one right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
Okay, Shazra, you're up. Like I said, technically silence is not currently active at the moment.
I'm going to try and attack the head.
Okay.
All spell combat. Actually, do I know what this is? Does Knowledge Arcana or Knowledge Planes give me any information on it?
It would be Knowledge Arcana. You know this is something called a Bronze Sentinel. Yep, they are immune to magic and fire, and they have construct traits. But yeah, the only real ability they have other than identifying intruders, creating a loud charm or a loud alarm noise. They can also send a alarm to that's keyed to one creature within 1 mile. And yeah, otherwise they just have that fiery bolt and they're immune to magic. But beyond that, the only thing else it can do, it has 2 claws that it's gonna claw you with probably. But no DR or anything they have to worry about though.
Okay.
They're pretty fragile as far as constructs go.
Well, I'm gonna try and throw a shield up on myself as part of spell combat.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a minus to my hit to increase my chances to succeed here.
Okay.
Let me see. How much can I reduce it by? I can take an additional penalty up to my intelligence bonus and add the same amount. Okay. So I can go up to -3. Kind of really don't care if I hit right now because I don't want to make that much noise. I'm just going to take the full -3 to get +3 on this concentration.
Okay. You got it.
Alright, so I got shield on right now. And then I'll take an attack at -3.
Okay. And that's in addition to -2
Because the
from
-2,
spell
you get
combat.
-5
Yep.
total.
Yep.
And I'll make it against the head.
Okay. Okay. That'll miss, unfortunately.
Okay, that'll be my turn.
Okay. The wolf is going to attack Shazra with a slam. Because, yeah, unlike a normal wolf, it doesn't try to bite you because its mouth can't really move. It just slams its head into you, but doesn't hit you because you're very good at
My
dodging
AC
and
is
have
pretty good.
very good at dodging. Plus, you have like a force field shield. All right, E-foot. Silence is currently not up at the moment, but you might be able to tell with spellcraft if you have it that Billy's casting it again.
Inspiring wouldn't do anything. I will 5-foot step here. And my sling shouldn't make much noise. I will fire the sling.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I have a button for that somewhere. Here? Uh-oh.
You miss.
Dang.
All right.
I will reload. The item I picked up was too heavy.
Fair enough. Billy finishes casting Silence, and what would you like to do?
I had put it on myself. Does it go through walls?
I don't think it does.
So I'd have to like move into the room.
Well, the door's open, so it goes through doors that are
Oh, it
open.
would like go through there and like around the corner.
I think it kind of can go around corners to an extent, but yeah, I mean, we're
You'll
dealing with
affect
Okay.
at least some portion of that square. I think
we're
you
dealing
affect
with
the whole
line of
square.
effect, so it can be kind of awkward, but generally speaking, yeah, it'll go around corners.
Okay. Is that my third silence? It is. This is gonna be annoying, but like I have to click it to get the spell use to count. Can you
Oh,
just delete that one or whatever?
sure.
It doesn't give me control of it once I place it.
It probably does if you go to measurement controls.
Oh, you're right. I didn't click that. Okay, so I finished casting and then the main guy's immune to magic, I think someone said while silence was down. I don't know about the wolves.
Yeah, nobody's made a knowledge arcana check on the wolves.
And I can't really see them. Maybe I can see the one the Vandier's fighting, but and I also can't get in there without provoking.
Dang.
So I'm gonna cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. And you're
I'm here, I'm
expecting
helping
this,
guys. I'm sorry, Secret. I know you're a bard and you want to inspire courage, but I think the stealthiness is more important that we're quiet. That's why I cast
No,
silence
I
again.
agree. 100%.
Okay. I just feel
Yep.
bad because I'm like kind of shutting down bard.
It's rough because sometimes there's just some fights where your character just can't be as effective. And
And I'm also not being that
how it
effective.
is
I'm just keeping
sometimes.
it quiet.
Yeah.
I cast Mage Armor and that's it. That's my turn.
Okay.
So now I'm ready to like go in there next round if I need to, and hopefully have a high enough AC. That's my strategy.
All right, Vandy, you're up.
Okay. I went to acrobatics through Sentinel.
All right. It's small, so that should make it easier to acrobatics through.
Let's see if this roll is right. That's right.
You said you're going through it square, or
Yeah, I have to go through it.
okay?
He's
So that
using a
doesn't
special effect.
means you have to beat CMD +5, so it doesn't quite beat it.
Okay, that's fine.
And it takes an attack opportunity on you.
All right.
Does it hit you?
24?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, so you take 5 damage then.
All right, 5 damage. Why is my screen so big?
but I think it lets you do a free attack on him.
Yeah, I get
in
this free
retaliation.
attack.
Well, free, sort of. It's an immediate action, I think, right, or something.
Yeah.
Okay. 14 will miss on the sentinel.
Okay. And then I'm going to just re-attack.
Okay. And the attack against the sentinel again. Or are you going back for the wolf?
I'll go for the wolf.
Okay. That'll hit. Okay. It is still up, but it looks like you've damaged it pretty good. It's looking pretty tattered. And it's going to try to attack you back, but it misses. Pretty sure. All right, round 3. Sentinel is going to. Let's see. It's going to do 1 claw at Shazra and 1 at Vandir. So first attack will be at Shazra. 27. Does that hit Shazra?
Yeah, that does.
All right, so you take 8 damage, and then 18 versus Vandir. Does that hit?
No,
Okay, so misses you then.
actually, 18. Oh, never mind. 18 meets. Yeah, it hits.
Okay, so you guys both get hit. You take 7 damage then. That is it for its turn. All right, Shazra.
So there's a silence again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just
The
going to
alarm only
attack
blared
the
for like a half second before
gonna attack the
it
wolf.
was silenced again. Okay. Okay, you hit the wolf, and it takes all that damage. Anything else? 5-foot step or anything?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna stay there. Yeah.
All right. Wolf's just gonna keep doing its thing. It's a construct, so it doesn't really have complex tactics. 19. I think that misses Shazra, right?
That misses me. Yeah. I
Okay.
currently have 23 AC.
All right. E-foot.
Okay. I fire sling again. Do, 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 do.
That will miss.
I load it.
All right, Billy.
I think I want to take a total defense action, then mosey on into the room. Like, tra la la.
Okay. This thing will try to take an attack opportunity on you then.
Sure.
The 22 hit.
So let me look. With no, I don't have enough ranks in acrobatics. Dang it. So I get
Acrobatics.
+4. Does
Acrobat.
it increase total defense
Oh
or
yeah,
not?
yeah. No, it does. Okay, yeah, you're right.
But I don't have enough ranks anyways.
You could do an acrobatics
So
to avoid attack opportunities, but looks.
no, I didn't do that.
Okay. So 22.
It meets.
All right.
It actually meets.
You take 8 damage then.
No, no, why? That was supposed to work.
I mean, you're just taking some damage. You still ate
How
the
do
attack opportunity.
I? Am
You
I
just
dumb?
right-click your token. It should bring up a little thing, and you can type -8 onto your health field.
Oh, there.
You could
It's
also have
been
your
so
token
long.
selected, and I think if you mouse over the damage in the chat, there's a button that says apply damage. I think that
Oh,
works.
I could have done that. Yeah, I always did the right click thing. I just forgot how to do it in this.
Ah,
It's been so long. I'm so used to like roll 20, just click on the token and then edit.
yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
All right.
I did standard move.
Yep, Vandir, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna acrobatics again.
Through a square. Okay.
Okay, fails.
All right, but he doesn't have an attack of opportunity because he doesn't have combat reflexes.
Yes, nailed it.
Alright. My immediate attack.
Ooh, that's a chance for critical, right?
Yes. Should be.
I believe it is. You're using like an elven curve blade or something, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to confirm. Confirmed critical hit.
Okay.
Okay, so this is 15 damage to this thing. Okay,
Okay, then back to the wolf.
you got it.
No.
Okay, that misses.
Oh no!
All right, well, the wolf is going to try to get his revenge. 23, pretty good hit actually
Yeah.
for him. All right. Sentinel here. It's going to kind of do the same thing it did. Well, it's going to do one attack on Vandir for sure, but it's going to do its other claw. We're going to go 50-50 on... it's just going to go after Shazra. It's going to keep attacking Shazra, I think. So, first attack on Shazra, just like before.
Oh, that's good.
I think it misses both of you, though.
Yep,
Low attack rolls.
those are misses.
Shazra.
I'm gonna keep attacking the wolf.
Okay. All right, that hits, and all that damage goes through. Looking pretty tattered at this point.
That's my turn.
All right. Wolf is going to keep attacking Shazra.
Oh, I forgot to add my hidden strike damage.
No, okay. How much would that have been?
2d4.
And it's like the bigger hidden strike damage if you
If it
successfully had moved
passes,
through,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Like it's the D8 instead of a D4 or something, I
Mm-hmm.
think. Okay. So I'll deal 4 more damage to this thing then. Could matter. Might. It's fairly low actually because he with that critical hit earlier. And this damage doesn't get multiplied though for the hidden strike
Mm-mm.
because it's precision though. All right, so did a 22 hit on Shazra?
Sorry, what was that?
A 22, did that hit you?
22 does not hit me, just
Okay.
barely. My 23 AC is
23
higher.
AC, perfect. Okay, so yep, Wolf's not just has 0 intelligence, so or a dash for intelligence, so it's not really likely to change his tactics too much here. Efoot.
Oh, well, same old, same old. I'm gonna hit it.
Is there -4 from firing into melee?
No, I didn't put that in.
Okay, so it's gonna miss then.
Ah,
Unfortunately.
poo. Instead of awkwardly standing out here, I'm going to. Is the door open in the
Behind you? I
behind
don't know.
me?
Did you guys close it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. So you step back into the door there,
Yeah.
just in case someone like looks down the hall, it'll be less likely
Yeah.
that they'll spot it. Okay. Billy.
Question. If I use a wand, does that provoke?
I don't think wands provoke.
I didn't think so either, because
Wands do not provoke.
I might just like pull out this wand of cure light wounds for my
Well,
handy haversack
okay. That's right. You're a bunny with like a little
with
backpack.
a little pouch. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little backpack handy haversack backpack. So I can pull that out as a move action,
It
right?
probably
And then I
looks like
can.
it probably looks like a fanny pack
True.
for like a normal person, but it's like yeah, but it's actually a rabbit backpack.
I think that's my plan, and I can cast it using psychic stuff. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna heal Vandir because he looks kind of hurt.
Well, actually, hold on a minute. It's a wand though, so I think you might have to use a command word for. Although you don't
Oh,
actually talk, so I think your command words are still like
I
psychic.
don't know. It's your rule on that. I don't know how that works.
I think you're fine. That is weird
Uh,
though, yeah, because like wands normally have a command word is how they're activated normally, but
I can look up psychic real quick and just see if it
Um,
says something.
I mean, magic understands all languages, right? So, well, because when you say the command word, in what language is that word? And does it work if you say it in different languages when it sounds differently? I guess is the ultimate question. Because if so, then an animal has its own language and just can chirp the command word.
Boy, I don't know where it talks about how psychics cast.
spell trigger activation is similar to spell completion, but is even simpler. No gesture. Spell finish. Need just special knowledge of spell casting. The appropriate character would know in a single word that must be spoken. So normally it's a command word, but I think that's a thing because your speaking is done with like telepathy. I think you're fine.
I mean, you just telepathically talk
Like you're
to your
just
stick.
I
that's
have a.
basically what I think that's basically what you do. So like I
Oh,
think
I
you're
talked to the stick in my head, and it
yes,
Yeah,
says
yeah.
like
that makes sense. Yeah.
yeah, you're telepathically activating the wand still. So it's like I think if you were like a normal psychic and not like what you are, um, you
Or I can't
wouldn't
speak to things in its heads.
like yeah, I think yeah, I'm pretty sure you because otherwise you wouldn't be able to use them at all, which would be very silly. But I don't think
Okay.
that's as intended. So yeah, I think
I
you're
think
good.
that makes sense actually because I have the ability to speak to minds.
So yep, you're good. Can
Okay,
heal Vandir with your wand.
I heal Vandir for 6
6.
health. And then I don't really want to 5-foot step anywhere because I don't think it's really advantageous.
Okay. Well, that's right. Pulling out the wand doesn't provoke either because the handy haversack.
Yeah, the handy haversack is
Very
such a
handy.
perfect item for me.
It's very handy, you might say.
Yeah.
They are.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Vandir Kane.
I have to remember to thank Gonquil for this handy haversack. I think it was his.
All right. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay.
The definition of insanity.
Hey, this time you beat it though. You beat the CMD +5, so you are able to
Okay.
move to either side of him.
Come on. There we go. And great
That's
chance.
another critical hit chance, yeah. Let's see. Does that confirm though? That does not confirm, but you did still hit him.
Okay.
This thing has a pretty IAC actually. Okay. Yep, you kill this thing. Slice it off the you can't really tell, but the alarm stops going off on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I guess you still have a standard action because that was a move and a swift action, technically.
Yep. I'm gonna move back down in front of the wolf.
Okay. So basically, you double move and kill something,
Yeah.
as you do. Okay. Oh yeah, the wolf would not have gotten integrity because yeah, it's you also beat it CMD. Wolf though is going to do an attack on you now, but it misses. All right. I think this is the last round. Right? No, there'll be what time? Yeah, because you finished casting silence in round 2, so yeah, there's one more round after this. It'll end in round 6, right before your initiative. All right, Shazzer, you're up.
So I have like one more round of silence.
Uh, it'll be kind of like a round and a half left of silence, but the alarm is been silenced, so that at least is taken care of. You just still
I
have
think I thought silence lasts longer.
silence rounds. It lasts rounds per level, but Billy's only level 4, right?
Yep.
So
Oh, the rounds go by fast, I guess.
yeah,
I'll attack.
we're still low levels, so most of the turns are pretty quick. All right, that attack is going to miss, unfortunately.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, it's going to attack you back, as it does. It misses. All right,
Yep.
Eatfoot.
Oh, jeez. They're all no, one's down. Okay. Now that that's down, I will make my way in here.
Okay.
And shut the doors.
Okay. That seems reasonable to me. Yeah, technically the silence moved over here anyway. All right, Billy.
Okay. I'm gonna 5 foot step back here and cast a little spell that I can't miss with called Magic Missile
Okay.
at the guy below me. Yeah.
All right. Get
I
2
hope
magic
it's set
missiles.
up. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like I did it right. It
I
rolls
like how it
100.
still rolls attacks. Yeah, for some reason.
I do 6 force damage between the 2 missiles.
Okay, that is enough that the uh, taxidermized wolf falls over.
Yay!
That's one down.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Hey, plus dead. I like it. I missed that before.
All right, Vandir, you're up.
Okay. To categorically move through something, do you have to end up on like the other side of them?
I don't think so.
Because if that was the case, I would be like, I want to go through, like,
Yeah, no,
try
I
and
see what you're saying. Like, I don't see why you
yeah.
can't just go like through a square and then up here. Like,
Mm-hmm.
normally you wouldn't want to do it with your particular build. You might actually want to do that.
Yeah. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Hmm.
So it doesn't beat the CMD +5, so you'll probably end up right here. And he's going to take an attack opportunity against you, but he misses.
Okay.
And then you can still
Regular
do.
attack.
Yep. That'll hit.
Oh, that would be swift attack, but
Yeah, no, it'll still hit though.
yeah.
These things have really
Mm,
low AC, especially compared to the Sentinel. Okay, that is enough to finish this thing off. Shaw's had
Okay.
already hit it earlier, so we are out of combat. The silence ends like basically like 3 seconds after you drown down this thing. Basically, you get rid of it just in time.
Good timing,
All right,
guys.
yeah, that was pretty good.
And fortunately, once the silence ends from there, even though you can kind of hear like a little bit more noise, you hear like a little bit of like wind maybe or something, you hear a little bit of noise, ambient noise, but like it's still fairly silent, which is probably what you were hoping to hear.
Yep.
And I think we're probably gonna end the session here. We will say basically if Grim and Derek, assuming they're here next time, we'll say maybe they were here all along, but just didn't contribute in the fight.
Maybe they're looking in another room. Yeah.
Yeah.
They come down the chimney.
Santa
'Cause, yeah,
Claus.
if they are around, I don't want to have them be like, "Sorry, you weren't here last session, so you're not here."
Yeah, that's perfectly
But
good.
yeah, so hopefully everybody will be here for the next session. Next session will be on
2 weeks.
it'll be on the 12th. So we'll resolve. There's
Wow, we're not having next session till next year. Oh my god.
next year. That's right. We're not having this session until next year. Let me see if I hit this end combat though. I can give you guys XP. Oh, but
Yay.
this will only assign it to you guys. So we'll have to assign it to Malice and Tactic later. But
So wait, we have 4 PCs out of 6. So you need to give us 2/3 of the XP to the
it actually
creatures.
it's funny because it actually is splitting it just to the 4 of you, which I'm actually okay with.
Oh, so we're gonna get more XP. I'm saying if you made them
Yeah.
worth 2/3 the normal XP, it would split correctly. If there were 6
Yeah.
of us.
The thing is, I don't know. I don't
Or if
mind.
you just want us to level up, then that's fine. Or
The thing
sooner
is
level up.
too. The thing is too. Actually, I adjusted the counter a little bit based on you guys only having 4 PCs, as opposed to what it might have been if all of you were there. Like on the
Okay.
fly. On the fly, I adjusted the encounter a little bit. So.
That's fair. Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys have been there, maybe it would have been more XP anyway. So yeah, it should work out. So
Okay.
we go. There's some XP. I think you guys are still pretty far away from leveling up, but you guys are like about halfway there.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it'll probably be a little while, but yeah. Hope you guys had fun. Looking forward. You guys know there's a secret door in here, so we'll resolve what's in the other side of the secret door in the next session.
Sweet.
The first time we've had almost 4 hour session in quite a while.
Yeah, we had some short ones, which was fine, but I'm glad. I mean, I wish we had everyone here for the longer one, but this was a fairly
Yeah.
good session. Lots got done.
This one could have been short if you guys had gone straight into the house. Potentially, it could have been a lot shorter because, yeah, you guys might have just went straight to where you were supposed to go and been like, well, that was it.
All right, I gotta go.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Good night, everyone.
Alrighty. Good nighty.
All right, yep. Thanks.